Yeah, can't wait to play the same people over and over again. I think it goes watch, bro. I got TGS with Anna, which is good with Asuka. It's fun. Yeah. I'm only gonna play for like an hour or two because I need to do I need to do some chilling anyway. Play Anna, no, I couldn't be arsed with Supreme. Like I actually can't be arsed like playing Supreme. Because one, the queue is dead, two is the same people, three is just super toxic. No more ammo. Does that still work, Kira? I thought it was dead. At least there's more people attacking gods, you know, Friday. Doing. I don't want to play right now. I'm only gonna play for like an hour or two. Then I need to show a t-shirt company, which I need to ask you guys to pretend to be excited, okay? I was gonna do it yesterday, but I've learned some things about being on front page, so is there an echo? Really? Hello? Really? I didn't change anything. You don't hear an echo? Are you sure you don't have me on two tabs, Kyoshin? There's no echo, okay. But yeah. Tomorrow I'm going outside for a long walk, explore some nice places in Dublin. So I won't be streaming tomorrow, probably. The main thing we need to do with Season 2 Asuka is to get upward 1 2 down in muscle memory for punishments. Because I keep flowcharting 2 3. Here we go. 2 hour damage basically. 2 hour damage, let's go. Can't wish. Don't punish that at all. Amazing. Come on, duck. Thank you. Amazing. Nice sidewalk left against electric. Hello, Jay. The pop side step, yeah. I might stupid. I am for playing this right now. I forgot the rights. A little bit extra damage just in case they didn't kill. Kaiju stream would be cool. Yeah, I might. Should I do those kind of streams? That's fun. What if I mulled on those streams in those games as well? Just start going like, oh my god, fucking Tag Assault damage in Tide 2, or oh my god, Rage damage in Tekken 6, or oh my god, Rage drives in Tekken 7. Should we just like stop playing Tekken altogether? Tide 2 was good though. It was. It still might be my favorite Tekken. No. And big mega session got it, which was who wants to be first? Asuka Sama, my favorite ship monster character. Are you gonna handle it? Absolutely, yeah, a little bit easier, Jojo. We didn't know any better, BM. That was all we knew. '74 is a great high roll. I'm not doing the new combos. I need some match. You're 60% Jay, we are not the same. $99. Where's the 1% missing?
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay. But yeah, guys, when I do this t-shirt thing later on, please stop interest, it's okay. Be like, oh my god, where do I buy this shirt? Or like, oh, I will definitely check out this website with this code. Were you taking me out? Or even vegetables? I mean, they actually are nice though. They actually are nice. I actually do wear them pretty often. That's not a show, I actually do wear them pretty often. They gave me some last year, and they gave me more a couple of weeks ago.
Get ready for the next battle.
So no joke, they actually are nice. But I'll show them anyway.
Fight.
Whoop. Can I just tick jump everything there? It looks like it. Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, I saw Choka's stream earlier. I knew I was only going to play him. Oh yeah. I actually have never seen Kira wear anything else. I only know MYI jersey Kira.
Round 3. Fight.
Like 14?
Fight.
I don't think my current one wants us to wear one. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's okay. Going off my UIU jerseys? Yeah, some of them are actually nice though. I don't wear them nowadays, but maybe I could. So you don't have to suffer. Yeah, I'll not stream tomorrow, I think. No, I could. What happened to UIU? They just beat it off, I guess. Tried some things, didn't work out. Another bad push. Guys, I'll be honest. If the game is like this, and it's very similar after the patch, I don't know how much more I have left me. Especially when 4-2 still puts like this.
Round 2. Fight.
Ever played Tekken 3 online? I've never tried that game like competitively.
Fight.
Roll after the throw already, okay. For competitively, not really. I didn't really have a character in for me horror really, that's it. I need to start going for more wall carries. I need to trust the new wall carry more. But he's so matchy, it's crazy. Not impressed. Great matchup against June. Well, I don't know, Kira would be better answering that than me. No, I've only played 6, Tie 2 and 7 competitively, and a little bit DR, a little bit. But I didn't play any tournaments for that game though. I just like learned a little bit.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh yeah, I think every character is the best version of themselves. Like, who isn't? Apart from like... Oh, okay, whatever. I'll fix after this. I'll fix after this much. I mean, you're not missing much anyway. It's literally the exact same as the last match anyway. So you're not really missing anything. The capture card for us, guys. Relax. I'll be back. Frozen capture cards. Well, it's fan of rounds, guys, so get hype. Mhm. Yeah, okay, P1, amazing. That match is exactly the same as the last match.
Get ready for the next battle.
Better now, yeah. Yeah, I need to trust the world card more.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah.
Round one. Fight.
Yeah, it looks like a can't be hard to be honest.
Round three. Fight.
Mhm. Well, you just play where we can find games and ranked.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, this game is dog shit, man. This game is perfect for choke as well. Hello, Hassan. Boy, you better not be saying anything about me. This game is so good for him. You'll agree with the. Oh, David.
Round two. Fight.
For Hassan, our last few matches have literally been the same. Like, this match is the same as the last match, and that match was the same as the other one.
Round three. Fight.
Why is that fluff? That cover is step and mid options and like why is it 3+4+ now? The counter plate stat is supposed to be like it's minus so you can take a turn. Nice of you. Okay, whatever.
Get ready for the next battle.
Whatever. Whatever, enough. Very cool combo. There, 87 up, 4-4, and it's easy mode. I think there's too many hits. Maybe. Eight, 9, same damage. Do I like Reyna? No, I don't like any character in this game.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
Push.
Round three. Fight.
Yeah. Oh, Fang is incredibly toxic right now.
Round four. Fight.
That low is so irritating. Can be Asuka scoring as well. Of course, that happens.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, what is that new foreign one? Is I didn't do anything.
Round 3. Fight.
Everyone safe?
Round 4. Fight.
Yay.
You
I killed, of course it did.
Round 1. Fight.
I did up with him. Ran stop buffers, total lie, by the way. Nice 40 damage last week, thank you.
2. Fight.
Oh, really?
Round 3.
Update season 2, I have to see what they do with patches. I don't want to make a guide that's like immediately outdated. We'll have to see what patches. I'll be totally honest. I'm just gonna go straight into the chill segment and then end the stream. I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed today, I'm sorry. I'll just do the tier list thing and then I'll end the stream. Yeah, let me do the chill thing. So I want you guys to pretend to be interested in the t-shirts, okay? Elden Ring. I'm playing Cyberpunk off stream. That's fun for me. Hassan, like, especially when I'm just playing against Kobe and Choke all day, like it's not fun. Especially playing the same people over and over again. Okay. I'll probably take a break for a few days as well, because I don't want to stream tomorrow. I want to go out and enjoy the sun. And then Saturday, I'm busy with birthday parties. And then Sunday, I don't know if I want to stream. Let's do podcasts. I'm already a talky guy, you know this. Let me... Right now? What do you mean, interview me right now on stream? What are we gonna talk about? Yeah, this game is ass. I mean, if you want. Come with me. Bro, I'm gonna go to Bull Island tomorrow. That's a vibe. To talk about season 2. I mean, okay. How shall I do it? Mm. These impressions I did, he's correct. I'm very happy he's going ham. I'm very happy he's going ham because he should. Let's see. Right, I think I'm doing an interview with Spag, I think. Hello? Wait, I think I muted Discord, 1 second.
You know, ad revenue.
Okay, I can hear you. You can hear me now, can you?
I can hear you, yeah. Can the stream hear me? Let me see.
Okay, let me just put on some music
I'm
for
a bit
that.
low. I'm a bit low, I think. Yeah, just put my volume up. Do you want my camera?
Yeah, but no, I'll see if I can crop it on anyway.
I'll just send you the OBS Ninja, innit? You can browser source it. Let me put on my shades.
Hide an Easter egg for someone you love.
Shades. Okay.
Future
Here you
you
go.
will thank you when they see what's possible.
I'm trying to get in contact with Super Kuma, but this idiot is not responding, bro. Where is he, man?
Oh, you want to get more people on?
No. It's just about something else, but
Okay.
just disappeared. I'm down to talk to many people, as many people as you want, bro.
Yeah, bro, Hassan, what is happening to this game?
Bro, okay, so Nee made a tweet. I don't know. Have you seen the tweet?
I saw Nee's tweet, yeah. I saw Nee's tweet, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe other people haven't. So can you go onto your Twitter and like pull it
Mm.
up? But I think it's a really, really good tweet, and basically everything that that he said, I fully agree with. I don't know if there's anything that you don't, but I agree with all of it, man. Like,
Yeah.
it makes a lot of sense.
Like, especially the first one, because someone tweeted a combo lens comparison between Tekken 6 and Tekken 8.
Yeah.
And, like, bro, the Tekken 6 combo was a third of the length of the Tekken 8. Like, you know, like combo, heat burst, heat dash follow up, and then whatever afterwards. But, bro, I never realized how long combos were in this game.
Yeah, they're really long, man. Like, there's some characters, like for example, Reina. You know, once she's got you in the air, like she's gonna be just going crazy, and like so season 1. Can we just say like season 1, season 2? What were your issues? Because I don't think I've asked you this before. What were your like biggest issues for season 1? Let's say like after they patched Heat Burst.
Mm-hmm.
What was your biggest issue with season 1?
After heat dash,
Yeah.
like, well, the chip damage was too much. Like, they kind of rectified that in season 2. Obviously, they added a whole lot of issues as well, but the chip damage just for doing the heat dash engager, well, your heat active was way too much. It was like 20 or something, like fixed damage, and that could be off such. Like, for example, you know, I'm not going to defend this. Like, Asuka's sidestep too. Like, I'm going to throw that shit out anyway, and then you're going to block it, take 20 damage or whatever. I'll be +5. I still get the pressure afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I think I think it was FeedX that made that comment. Like, it shouldn't be a flat number. Like, it shouldn't be all moves are +5. You know, Like maybe it could be a modifier, you know, maybe just add on +5 frames or 10 frames to whatever the move is, right? I think that's a much better solution than just fixed +5 on any move, you know?
Yeah, but the issue with that is that it becomes too complicated. So we mentioned this on the on my podcast. I was like, I actually suggested it. I said, hey, can we make moves which are minus, like yours is -13, I think it's 13, size at 2.
Yeah,
So
normally,
let's
yeah.
yeah, so let's make -13 moves. Let's make them 0 on block when you use heat dash. But things that are plus on block that are you know heat dash moves, let's make those like keep those +5 or something. I don't know, like, but the thing is, it does become a little bit too complicated at that point.
Mm.
It's like they want to have just a fixed number so that everyone can know, oh, is a heat dash that's going to be +5.
Mm-hmm.
But it presents a problem, isn't it? Like, why are you doing a move which is a launcher and at the same time it's +5, and it's not good, man. Like, so many of these moves are like sidestep 2. It's an evasive move, and
Mm.
it gives you all this reward for basically nothing. And you're using heat, but I mean, once you hit that, and because of the length of these combos, bro, like with the aerial tailspins, I think you should not be able to do aerial tailspin more than once in a combo.
Maybe, yeah. But the other problem is like the fact that you have access to the heat dash, even at the very end of your heat bar. So you could do like a bunch of heat moves or whatever, and then
Yeah.
you still have that tiny bit left, and then you can still do your heat smash, you can still do your heat dash or whatever. It's just maybe they could do something with the heat bar, as in like you can only heat smash if you have at least half of your bar, or you know,
Yeah.
or you can only heat dash if you have minimum half your bar, for example. I think that would introduce a bit more
Mm.
expression, at least, you know, like, you know, that like maybe this person likes to spend his heat right away for the heat smash. Maybe this person likes to spend a couple of moves on the heat moves instead of the heat smash, you know, just a little bit of variation. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah. Yeah,
but
I agree with that. I think, like, okay, for example, when I was playing Kuma in season 1, I haven't actually played him in this season. That's why I'm saying season 1. But in season 1, I was doing so electric, and I do combo, and take to the wall. I do the combo, spike, booty, and I still have heat left, so I can do anything from heat. They get up, and I have heat smash available. Even if I only have a pixel of heat left, it allows me to do this heat smash, which is super crazy. Actually, they had this system before. Do you remember it in the CNT? They had the 2/8s. I don't know if you remember, but they had like the 2/8s
I do
where
remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do
you were
remember.
able to do the 2 heat dashes, and if you did a heat smash, it would get rid of both of them, and you only needed one. And if you had one, then it allowed you. So I mean, I don't know if they could introduce that back in and just think of something else to do with that instead of having 2 heat dashes. But like, if you have two, then you could do your heat smash, or I don't know, something. But something needs
Mm.
to change with that, because I think you're right. Like that right now with heat, there are so many moves which have evasiveness and are like, usually they're punishable for that reason. They're punishable because they have some really good properties, but then they also become plus on block. It's too much, man. And I don't
Mm.
think there should be heat dash launchers, to be fair, in this game.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good removal. You know, like just remove heat dash launchers. But I just remember it was Amsterdam finals, and we were all watching that presentation. You know, they came on stage. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is where Tekkenate's gonna go," and then I think it was someone sitting close to me, and he just looked horrified the whole time watching the presentation. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I was standing with Rangchu, and we were watching and actually recorded it, but I had to delete it because it took up too much space on my phone. But I was like
mm,
literally recording the whole thing, and the only person that was happy was Super Akuma because he goes, "This is like Akuma,"
oh
and
my god,
I was
okay.
like, "Bro, he's literally the only one that was making noise. Everyone else is super quiet."
Bro, that like I like you know I was there. Obviously, that venue was quiet, man. Like,
Yeah.
oh, but yeah, combos like it's like I if it never really sunk in until that tweet was posted with the Tekken 6 versus Tekken 8 combo comparison, and like the Tekken 6, it was a third of the length. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, is there that much downtime, you know, in between actually playing the game? But it's not just the combos as well, but you're also blocking so many chip sequences that you just have to hold. And like you know, there could be sequences
Bro.
that last like 5 to 10 seconds. So like when one of them hits you, you're in a combo for another 10 seconds. There's actually a lot
Mm.
of like there's a lot of activity in the game, but there's also a lot of like downtime as well.
Yeah, like bro, I played against a top Leo player from Middle East today.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he's like the ranked one Leo
Like
at the moment.
Dome BK or something like that, is
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
that guy. Yeah, I played him, and he was and to be fair, it was actually really clever from him.
Mhm.
He knew what he was doing. He was exploiting that he could just do back 1-4, back 1-4, back 1-4, back 1-4
Mm.
because you can't step it anymore, right? So there's no counterplay anymore to back 1-4. Normally you had to sidestep left. Eddie was able to just actually in Tekken 7, Eddie could just hold back and back one the forward whiff. So there was counterplay there where Eddie would just hold back, but like other characters could sidestep left. I think Lily had to sidestep right sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But now there is zero counterplay to that. So now when you block the back one, which has good range mid, you now have to take a mix up, and they've given her now a new low from the box stance and allowing her to go into box stance from running 3. And it's just, bro, I got mixed up like crazy, and the only
Mm.
thing I could do was I was playing Zafina. I'm like, okay, the only thing I could do here is use my 1+2, because if he's going to keep on spamming back one, I have to play keep out. But it's like it's scary because if I whiff my 1+2, I'm dead. So it's
Mm-hmm.
such a basic mind game. But Fergus, it ends up becoming back one versus 1+2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, this game, what is this game? Where's poking now? Leia used to be a poking character,
Yeah,
but there's no more poking now.
but what I don't understand, but that move, that situation specifically is like they gave Leo back 1+2 to counter sidestep.
Right.
Like that was the purpose of that move in the first place. And
Right.
then she still has that, and then she also has not being able to step back 1-4 anymore. So it's like, what do you want to do with this character? Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like that there's no direction with any of the characters. They're just like bloating on moves, like adding on loads of moves, and like they don't think about how it complements the existing moves already, right? So like, what's
Yeah,
the point? What's the point of back 1+2 now? Like outside combos, because that move was supposed to specifically counterplay
sidestep.
back 1-4. Yeah. So, but
And by the way, I think that's toxic as well.
yeah,
I think that adding back 1+2, they were like, oh, Leo has a weakness. Let's patch it.
right.
People
Yeah.
can sidestep back 1-4. Oh no, we can't let that happen. So let's give Leo back 1+2 now to counter. It was not necessary. It wasn't needed. I think
Mm-hmm.
Leo players, if you ask any of them, let's say for example they made down 4+2.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a buff that all Leo players would be like, oh, this is amazing because down 4 has good tracking to both sides, and it's a low that that isn't as punishable as the other lows, and blah 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 blah. And they would love to have just better
Mm-hmm.
pokes because it's a poking character, right? Counter hit timing, like they're buffing things which end up making the game so easy, but also really hard to play against. I talked to a lot of new players have said to me, Fergus, that they they're saying that they're making these changes for us new players, but I don't like these changes either. Like then
Mm.
the new players are not enjoying it.
Yeah. Like, who is it for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who are these changes for? Because what new player is gonna watch, like a tournament of Tekken 8 and just seeing people block over and over again because they're in like extremely fucked up mind game scenarios where they, if they interrupt, they die. If they keep blocking, they die. So I have to make like active hard reads all the time. That does not look good to like any new players or any spectators as well. Like who is this for?
Yeah, like I think personally, and I don't think anyone would disagree, that move into stance into mix up, like Jun forward 1+2 into Miari 1+2 into sweep or mid, a
Mm-hmm.
safe mid heat engage, by the way. It's so uninteresting. It's not fun to watch. What the fun thing about Tekken is about movement, counterplay, with punishment, this type of stuff. And they said they buffed movement, but they then gave everyone all these moves which counter movement. It's like you're not buffing movement. If you buff characters tracking, you're nerfing movement,
Mm-hmm.
right? So actually, it was a buff and a nerf. They buffed movement because it feels better and they allow us to sidestep from crouch. But even that change to be able to sidestep from crouch. I mean, a lot of people liked it. I don't know what to think about it, but it's a
Mm.
big system change. They're making more changes to this game now than ever before, I feel like.
Yeah, because like I think the magic of Tekken is learning a counterplay and then applying it for the first time. That's such like a like a dopamine kind of fix. Like especially like we were both like kind of new to Tekken in Tai 2, right? So we had to learn a lot from the scratch, right, from the ground up.
Yep.
And like of course there's a lot to learn, but it was very rewarding at the same time. You're like, oh, there's a high in the string. dock and launch. I remember the first time I low parried Lost Junkyard, and I was so happy I did that. But now he has a mid. Do
He's
you know what I
got a
mean?
mid now.
Now he has a mid.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, just like, so they're
Yeah.
taking less of this. They're making this like less frequent now, like, because they're adding on mids to strings, or they're adding lows. Like, they're adding more enders to strings, or they're removing layout back and forth, like counterplay to Pacific strings. Maybe you can't interrupt anymore, maybe you can't step anymore, or whatever. Like, where is this dopamine going to come from? Do you know what I mean? Because I'm just blocking stuff all the time. Like, I feel like I'm only winning because I picked the right moments to do my shit, you know what I mean? Rather than like dealing with their stuff. It's just so, I don't know. Like, this is not the same game at all like previous games.
Yeah, and I don't know what that is down to. I don't know why the changes were made the way that they were, but like it's like no one is happy, and I think a lot of people were waiting for the season 2 in order to make a judgment, because there was this idea that Tekken 7 season 1 is like the arcade version,
Hmm.
and obviously they had 2 years in the arcades before in 2015, 16, and then it came out in 17 in June. And by the way, for people in the chat, because I see that Bayer is in the chat, and he says, as a relatively new player, the looping offense doesn't feel very satisfying to win with for him either. But I want to say that the game was in Tekken 7 was actually meant to come out in early 2017. That was the meme, right, Fergus? Remember, like
Yeah.
February 2017, but it actually got delayed to June. I forgot, June 6th, I think, in 2017, and so there was a delay, and so it came out basically 2.5 years after it came out in the arcades. It had a long time to do it, but we kind of all were saying, do you know what? Season 1 is kind of like the arcade version. Let's give it a chance, blah blah. And then we all gave I like all of us gave our like opinions that we should nerf. At least I definitely said, like, look, I want to see nerfs, and everybody was asking for less volatile game, and then they ended up becoming even more so
Mm.
volatile, which is why everyone is so pissed off. I think that you need to um you need to go in a different direction when it comes to the characters. And one thing I also want to say is, like, for example, character identity. When you nerf characters, it gives them more identity as well. So I think that's important too.
Yeah, because I feel like maybe some people are a bit unhappy with Tekken 8 Season 1, but they're kind of, there's a bit of a coping that, Season 2 will be better. So they kind of stuck around, and, surely it'll get better from here kind of thing, you know what I mean? But then it didn't, like, by a long shot. So I think this is, like, the final straw for people. And I really get people's frustrations, like, because like Season 1, I think for first iteration of a Tekken game, it wasn't too bad, it was tolerable. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was tolerable, but there was that bit of hope. Okay, maybe Season 2 will improve things a little bit, but
Yeah, honestly, I feel like a lot of people on season 1 were playing the game because they were like, okay, I don't like what it is right now, but I understand why it is the way it is right now, because it's the first season, it's just come out. There wasn't an arcade release this time like the previous Tekken title. Every single Tekken title has come out in the arcade before it came out on the console. So you had that kind of grace period to be able to like fix the game and talk to pros that are playing from the arcade. So okay, people are like understanding, right? But I think just after how much criticism the game has been given, and like constructive criticism from many people, from the Koreans, from the Pakistanis, the Europeans, Americans, everyone, and on podcasts, multiple podcasts.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, to get the amount of buffs that we got, I was speechless. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Like, even Savina, who I feel like a lot of people saying that she's nerfed. Actually, I think that low key, I think Zafina might be buffed, but right now she's not as strong as the people in the cast because she does too much damage to herself. But she even has some moves which are just so uninteresting. Back Compass 2 is so uninteresting, man. It's like it's homing mid, is +4 when you have the install, and getting the install. I can pop heat, right, Fergus? I can do back 1+2, back 1+2, back 1+2, and even when heat is gone, I still have the install again, so I can do it again.
Yeah.
And she has a power crush, is a plus on block. It's not fun to like Chicken Jack said, it's not fun to win with those moves, and it's not even fun to watch, bro. Like who likes watching this? I played against this Leo player, and we were both just like whoever got started first won. It's so loopy.
Yeah. And like some characters in the game just change so much from previous games. I think Safina's very notable. She went from being like, a runaway, You know, like she can, of course, she can be offensive when she wants to, but she was very good as a dry card. You know, she had a great rage drive, Punisher. She had great movement, obviously. You know, she was quite evasive. You know, small hitbox and everything. So she could play that kind of style and reward that kind of style. But now she just, what is she now? She just total in your face, constant looping frames. Like Asuka's is the same as well. Like she's been more hit and run kind of character. You know, she could blend you a bit if she wanted to, but the she had better movements. The hit and run kind of playstyle was a lot more rewardish in Tekken 7, but now it's just they killed her backdash. They give her all these plus frames moves, and they're like, okay, here you go, do this now. It's like like I didn't sign up for this, you know.
Yeah, I think that maybe they got a misunderstanding of what Asuka specifically is supposed to be. Like, I see I see Tibetano play, and it's like running 1+2, running 1+2 at the wall, and then like down back 1+2 at the wall, and does special tactics, and then it's just chip, 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 and then mix up. Like you have to hold it all. There's very, very little opportunity for you to be able to figure out what to do unless you're in replay takeover and you know exactly what's coming. Yes, you can't. It's too risky to mash or to do anything in that situation, man.
No, sorry, Dean just linked something in chat, and I just can't believe this is a real thing.
Can you show it on stream?
It's the Anna bug thing where if you slap her back, you can mimic each other's moves or something. But what is
No
this?
way.
What is this?
I'm a bit delayed. Huh? Is that real?
Yeah, it's real.
What the hell? And the rage art as well?
Bro. This game.
Wait, how does that even work? I don't get it. What's the bug?
So if she does back two by itself, you can kind of like counter it back, and when you do that, you steal her moves. But I don't know how she's stealing their moves as well. I don't really understand this part.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
that is so funny.
But I mean, that just sums up this game. Honestly, that just sums up this game. Like it's just such a buggy mess. But yeah, we talk about simple mind games. You know, like you mentioned Leo earlier. And I just can't believe that low man. Like like I play against Richie in ranks, and I was like, I saw he wasn't enjoying himself, and I went to his chat. I was like, this is really shit. What the hell? And he's like, yeah. It's like. Because like you're hard ducking, I'm hard ducking into Bach 2 because of this low. Like Bach 2 was never like a mix-up tool, right? You know, like it was like you kind of throw it at neutral. Maybe you might get a little bit lucky with it when you crush under something, for example, right? But it was never a mix-up tool. But now I'm hard ducking into Bach 2, like.
Yeah. Like the low is plus. It's not that much punishable. She's like Leo's very low down because the box stance is quite evasive, so like you can't really keep it out like that, right? It's not like it's a stand up stance, and it's a high crushing low anyway. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense when it comes to giving that. Like which Leo player asked for that specifically? You know, it looks like the direction definitely is. People talk about the direction, right? Like the direction. The direction is certainly to buff stances and to make a lot of characters more stance heavy. The reason why I'm enjoying playing Asuka right now, I'm playing more Asuka than anyone in season 2. Obviously she's a lot more stupid and she has a lot more like damage and stuff, but she's not a stance character. You know, like other characters, like you kind of have to just like do thing into stance into stance stuff, you know. I think it's uninteresting. At least Asuka is not the type of character yet.
Yeah, well, yeah. But I mean, there's a stance character and there's an install character, so Asuka just goes into the install category instead, right?
Yeah, and everyone has installs now, right? So Zafina was given her install, and it's insane. It's actually crazy. People don't actually realize just how messed up her install is. She's balanced in the sense that you take so much chip damage for doing anything with her, right? Like 4+2, you just take a chunk of her health and something like that. But bro, when she has install, it's actually messed up, man. It's kind of mad.
Yeah, it's just like I was gonna say something. It slipped out there.
No worries.
But it's just boring. Like I did a long stream yesterday, and I was just completely dead by the end of it. You know, I mean, like I had more. I don't know if maybe it's an age thing, maybe I don't know, but I had more stamina in Tide 2 and Tekken 7 as well. because I could stream for long, like games were interesting, like each match was mostly different, you know what I mean? It weren't just like purely flowchart herds, but in this game, no matter the skill level, no matter you could literally cover up the names of the players, and I couldn't tell you a player from another player. Do you know what I mean? It's just the skill expression is so reduced, and like because there's always that one best thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Why wouldn't I do this big plus frame move? Like even if he blocks it, I'm still at advantage anyway. So why would I not do it? So it's just there's so little skill expression. There's so little reason to not always do your big thing unless you have a bit of a read to get a little bit extra damage with low, maybe sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's, I don't know.
Yeah, it's too much, man. But like when it comes to the things that Nee listed out here, like I think all of them are things that most people will agree on. But there is one thing that people didn't agree on when I was talking about it, like on my stream. It was heat engager and what to do with it. So like he's saying that okay, plus 17 is way too much because it allows you to do whatever you want when you get the heat engager. You could do Dragon of Running 2, you can do like slash kicks and all types of stuff, right? Like it's just something which forces you to have to hold back. But what would you personally do to heat engager? Would you change it at all?
So, well, I mean, I don't know why they decided on plus 17 because that's just because in older games you would rarely see these kind of numbers. You rarely see numbers past plus 10. Do you know what I mean? So, like, but now like I'm seeing plus 20. I'm seeing plus 30. Like well, where are these numbers coming from?
Yeah, plus 31. That new Horang low, the new Horang low is like plus 31 or some shit.
Yeah. So I think just make it like from a raw heat engager into dash, maybe like plus 5, 6, maybe. So like you can work your offense, but there's still a bit of counterplay, and maybe the other opponents could Sabaki parry, maybe they can still step, maybe they can drop the slower stuff, like a little bit of counterplay. But 17, like what can you do with 17? Like some moves you can armor through, maybe Asuka 441, you can still armor through that plus 17, but like it should be like a lot less. So like
yeah. Most of the time, you're not going to be armoring. You're not going to be pressing. Like there's sometimes where I just don't give a shit. Like I got hit by. I'm willing to lose the round. I'm like whatever, dude. I'm just gonna hop kick here. And sometimes it works. Sometimes they do a heat engager and try to do something. But now you have heat engager into full crouch as well, and it's like they didn't change the frames. It's the same thing.
Yeah, because I was playing a lot of Anna, the last few days, and the more I play, the more like, wow, this heat engagement FC is like really, really insane. Because let's say I just get a whip punish with 3+4, the 14 frame, the booty move, right? Or even like get like a 1+2, the homie mids, and on counter hit you get booty afterwards, right? So it's not hard to land it, that's my point. It's not hard to land it, and then I just get this guaranteed FC mix-up attempts that they have to hold, and like the low does like 83 damage, and the mids I can make a plus and block because the FC mids, the FC Danforth one is a heat engager, right? So they have to hold this mix-up that is like very heavily in my favor. So it's really messed up. So I don't know why they introduce FC at all from the heat dash, and there's like she has some broken things as well, like 1-2-1-2 against the wall, especially when the opponent's debuffed, is insanely stupid because there's literally no counter. Like you block a jab, that's
yeah,
it.
you gotta take the chip damage. Yeah, and at the wall it does special tactics, right?
Yeah. So you're like +6 or something. So it's just like that. All that's from just blocking a jab, and then if she still has heat, you either hard duck the second 1-2-1-2 because that's all you can really do, or you eat Danforth 1-2, and then if you eat that, I can go into stance 1+2 or whatever, and I can take like 30 more chip off you. It's
bloody hell.
It's just an awful situation. Like I've been on the receiving end as well. It's such an awful situation to be in.
Yeah, and I feel like the slide as well is not easily punishable for a lot of characters as well, like to launch it. Yeah, honestly, I understand why a lot of people, why everyone is actually like super upset, and because there will be rounds, okay, where you just go fucking ape shit on your opponent, and you just do your thing. It works out for you, and you get that 7 golden letters, and it's like, okay, cool, I got a perfect, or I won the game. You can have 3 of those games. As soon as you get one of those back at you, it will just fucking hurt you, man. It'll be like, bro, this sucks. You know, you did it to other people. Look, today I streamed and I beat the shit out of people doing certain things. But as soon as someone else does that to me, bro, it's just like, bro, this is too much. You really feel it when it hurts you like that, you know, when it hits you. So a lot of people are just like not playing because they're like, I don't want to deal with this at the moment, you know. Hey, what's up, Georgie? Hello, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like
I've always known you to be a person who plays like no matter what, bro. And for you to be like, man, I can't do this. I'm sorry. It's
yeah.
insane. Bro, guys watching the stream, I've watched Fergus here play 20 to 20 multiple 24-hour streams for ranked in Tag 2, in Tekken 7. Like, didn't matter what the situation, he'll just grind out games, even release Leroy, fuck him around, everything, no matter what, bro. But bro, this is the first time and I've known him since 2012, 2011. So I've
Yeah.
known you for like 13 years. This is the first time, bro, that I've seen you be like, nah, I can't play right now.
Like it's just like it's also like running into the same people over and over again as well. It's just and like every match is the same, and we're just mashing on each other. Even the matches I won, it's just it's nothing. Like it's actually nothing, you know.
Yeah.
And like obviously I'm signed up to play in tournaments for this year, and I'm just like, how the fuck am I going to do this? You know?
I just signed up to Evo Japan. I'm in a situation where like nobody wants to lose to the commentator, right? So I don't know who I'm gonna play yet. It's super sad for me because you to be fair, you got Asuka and all you got is just buffs. You just got buffs to your existing character, right? Literally charged moves of existing moves, right? Charged versions. I have to like my Zafina is completely different, bro. It's insane. Like I can't play that character anymore the same way I did before. So I got to pick a new main. I think I might go Eddie, man. Eddie or Panda. I think maybe Panda because Panda's got like fucked up throw right now.
Bro, that's a scary thing. I don't even know what happened to Panda because like every time I look at Jack and Paul, I'm like, yeah, that's obviously very fucked up. But then I look at the other characters. Wait, this character has this and this and this and this and blah. Blah. I'm like, wait, no, every character has something really fucked up, and I just kind of don't want to play against anyone. Like, what was that? Like, for example, I was playing against Horang today. K-Wiz, right? He's obviously very strong, but I'm just like, what the fuck's this new mid string? So I have to guess between this.
The left flamingo 4-3. Yeah, it's fucked
Yeah.
up.
So I have to guess between this plus and block string that can wall splat me, or I have to guess between the hell sweep. And especially if I'm like against a hazard wall, like both of these are launchers, so and I have to hard guess between them or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I agree. I think it's really, really like what they're doing right now is they're identifying weaknesses of characters and they're being like, okay, we need to try and patch these because characters shouldn't have weaknesses, and I think that's a really big issue. I think that I want the people who are in charge to know that from us in good faith, man, that really that if you give characters weaknesses, the players like that shit most of the time. Players like it.
Mm-hmm.
You like you look at the knee tweet, right? And I already mentioned this on my video. I said, man, you gave Kazuya a mid homing for many years, for decades. His weakness has been sidewalk left, right? Yeah, he says it here somewhere. Where does he say? He says something about Kazuya. He says they gave Kazuya mid homing now, and he's always had that weakness of sidestep left, and that mid homing is safe. It's not like down 4-2, which is unsafe. So what are you doing there? You're getting rid of his identity. Part of his identity is that he has that clear weakness, right? And then Kazuya players have to try and beat people who know that. Being able to beat someone who's trying to counter your character is fun. I don't know about you, but I find it fun. If someone knows Fergus that, oh, let me sidestep right, duck versus Asuka, you know what to do, right? You know how to beat that.
Yeah, like realign your attacks, or use your slower options like 4-4-3, for example, or moves that specifically track that way. But there's a bit of counterplay to that because I'm more open to being counter hit, right? Because when you delay your attacks, that's typically what happens, right? You're more open to being counter hit, but yeah, that's not the case apparently. Like I have options now that covers that direction, also keeps me advantage. So it's like, okay, great. So let me just do this then.
Yeah, and that's the biggest issue. I think one of the biggest issue. People aren't realizing that it's literally Clive forward 1+2 again. Like you have this one move, and I think everyone remembers that when Clive got put in the game that he had that mid that string forward 1+2, which did everything. It was basically homing. It had amazing tracking. It was safe. It was a knockdown. It was a heat engager. It was a heat launcher. There was zero reason to not just throw that out all the time. As soon as they nerfed it, made it punishable, right? Then at that point, people were like, "Oh, well, let's use the rest of his moves now." And then they were like, "Oh, you know what? The rest of his moves are pretty good," and he became a lot more exciting to watch. Now, so many characters have these kind of do it all moves, like, and it just makes them super uninteresting, man.
Yeah, and
I
I
just
think
really don't
I think Nee also said here as well, like chip damage. Like, you know, like if the concept of chip damage, if you ever told us that, you know, because chip damage in older tech games, it was always just that thing you could toggle in the menu, and it was just there for like single player stuff, right? You know, like arcade
Yeah.
mode or whatever. But now it's a very, very real thing that we're dealing with in competitive matches. You know what I mean? Like we're being
Yeah.
penalized for blocking. That's insane. Because like Street Fighter 6 is a bit similar. They have a drive meter thing, right? So when you block something, your drive meter drains, and then when that fully drains, you're in burnout mode where you can be really abused by offense, right? But they have well, I don't like the mechanic or anything in general, but at least they have something that rewards you for. So they have a thing called perfect parry, where if you time the
Yeah.
parry when attack, you regain some of your drive meter back. So at least you have something on defense. You have something, but like Tekken 8 doesn't have anything like this. You know, especially if you're a character without parry or sabaki. You know, like you can still use that in certain gaps. That okay, I can use this parry to get around this, but some characters or most characters don't have something like this. So if they're blocking +8, generally they have to hold something afterwards, right? And I think the thing with chip damage is like the moves that are plus are also chipping you. So like you have like, it just comes back to a situation where you have to make the heart reads to interrupt or to move around. Like that Jin running 3 situation into the stance. Like
Yeah.
your counterplay to that is make a hard read with jab or a step after running. I think, well, I'm not sure where specifically, but I think it's after the running 3. You have to make the hard read to jab or whatever, right? But he could just frame trap you very easily after that with heat smash, with whatever he needs to do, the electric or whatever, you know. And but if you don't, you're losing. So it's awful. It really
Yeah,
is.
the counterplay is not there right now, man. And I'm just reading Secretary's message, who said that basically in a nutshell that I don't what I'm trying to do, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but what they're trying to do is just assert their offense. And if it works, it works. You know, I abuse things which are really strong, and I get chip damage and all this kind of stuff, and I win. But I don't really understand. I didn't really learn anything about the matchups because I'm just doing my stuff. I'm just being overwhelmed with my offense, and you know, once I do my thing and the opponent's dead, then GG's. And then the same thing could happen to them. Like someone could just go crazy and do their thing, and then all of a sudden they lose. But you know, sometimes it really does boil down to what could I have done in this situation? Could I have sidestep left? Could I have? Bro, I was playing against Anna and I was trying to sidestep and I got tracked by down 4 both sides. Down 4's homing.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. Like I feel like poke strains, like jab strains have more tracking, or so. I don't know if I'm going crazy with this because so many times I tried to punish like a character's 1-2 and whiff, and like I clipped by the second one very easily. I'm like, I don't think that's been that much of an issue in Tekken 7, was it? Maybe I'm just grass is greener kind of thing, but whatever. But
Yeah.
I've been clipped out of step a lot more, and it's just oh, I don't know. Like it's really hard to whip punish in this game. Like I know Sidesteps are better, but I feel like they kind of reduce the effectiveness of that by also introducing better poke or better tracking on things.
Yeah, so many things have crazy tracking, bro. I literally I did a clean, nice, heavy, chunky sidestep left and a sidestep right, trying to get around the down 4, knowing that it was coming. I'm like, I'm sure if I sidestep this, I'll be able to get a launch. And it tracked me. I'm like, what the fuck? And especially Anna's down 4 of all of them, which has an extension, which is +1 block, bro. It's like, and mix-ups that can allow her to go into stance and everything. It's like, bro, what is going on? And so all I want is just honestly like it just the characters to be nerfed, man. Everything that Nee said here in this tweet is basically to do with character strength, like chip damage. You know, obviously many people don't like chip damage, especially someone like Nee who likes to block and he's typically been a defensive player who trusted in his reactions and defense. So for him, chip damage is very punishing for him, right? Because now every time he blocks, he's going to be taking damage, right? But I don't think that chip damage in itself is a big problem or heat is a big problem. I just think that the character's utilization of it is a big problem. Like you mentioned, sidestep 2 from Asuka, heat dash combo, like certain heat engages, like the moves. Like people have to realize heat engages are done from moves of the character, right? So moves are heat engages, and those moves can sometimes be very strong. Look at like Kuma's running 1+2. Very little counterplay to that, man. People say sidestep, but it's fucking hard, bro. Like, and it does have you can't keep it out easily because it has. If you use a jab, it'll go under your jab. So it's very scary. Some of the heat engages are scary. So they just need to nerf characters. I think that needs to be the focus of this patch coming up. Just nerf everyone, man.
Yeah, but that's one we're afraid of because in their patch upcoming, they've only mentioned Jack and Paul, but like I don't know, like I'm not going to claim to be an expert on like coding or whatever like this, but I don't know how difficult it would be to just refert the patch. I we were too harsh in season 1. Do you know what I mean? Like we were too harsh on that. Like give me season 1 Dragunov, Nina, Yoshi. Like I will fight them over most characters right now. Do you know what I mean? Because at least it was just a few of them rather than like the entire cast. Because I do not like fighting anyone in this game at all. Like no one at all. So
yeah, no, I don't like anyone. Everyone's become Nina and Yoshi Yoshi was always different. He was always just playing a different game, right? He's the Akuma of this game. But Nina Dragunov with their strength, that's just other people are doing the same shit now, and it's like there's more of them doing it. And like you got these new extensions from moves as well. Like you got Lars. Lars is so obnoxious to play against now, man. It is just literally down forward 1. You got down for 1 extensions, you got crazy like stance transitions and this, that, the other new moves. It's just literally like it's like watching Dragon Ball Fighters, man.
That's the thing as well. Because like they added so much bloat to the game that like you said, Lars down for 1 extension, that's still free on me. Like that's counterate me every time because we played Tekken for a very long time. Lars never had a down for 1 extension. Now he has a high extension. Now he has a mid extension. The high extension goes into stance, which is very low risk as well. So like like I'm just pressing into it all the time. Same with Fang's back 4. Like okay, when you block back 4, you can take your turn, right? That's always been a thing. But now he's an extension afterwards. I haven't blocked the extension yet because I keep trying to take my turn. But like and also Lars stomping heats being -1, still having a mix up and block. That's not fair. That's just because typically when you block a low, you get punished, or if it's a safe low, at least you can take your turn, right? But like, why am I being mixed up after blocking its low? Like,
it's too much, man. And it's like, who someone was saying, you said that the down forward 1/1, right? Like, you said that it's too much because the extensions. Bro, Law has one now too. They gave Law a down forward 1 extension. It's like, and it's a special aerial tailspin and this that. I honestly don't know what they were thinking. Like, I know you want to appeal to new players, but I want to say something about that, and I want to say it as well when I do my heat speak. I'm going to be doing a heat speak, and I've pretty much got all the guests I'm going to get on for it, and it's probably be my last one. I'm not going to do another one after this. It'll be my final heat speak, and I really want to say that that you don't, in order to make a game popular, you don't have to buff characters and change the game too much. People love Tekken for Tekken, and look at Street Fighter and how big that's become. Look at the numbers at Evo Japan for Street Fighter. It's because they did content. It was the content. It wasn't the game itself. It was the content that they did that blew that game up in Japan. They did events where they were getting content creators, the really popular content creators and pro players, and they were selling out arenas, man, because they had these really cool exhibitions that they were creating. Events sometimes, and the Tekken World Tour, like for example for Tekken, has made our game blow up. Tekken World Tour was the best marketing strategy for the game in Tekken 7. It was such good promotion. And I don't even I want to say this. This is from my knowledge, right? People might not know this, but Tekken World Tour, I don't think that anyone who was organizing it expected it to do as well as it did. But it got it got more years and more support because they were like, holy shit, this is getting us great like return on investment in terms of like the numbers that we're getting and the promotion and our sales and everything. So people are watching these tournaments and be like, whoa, this is sick. You know, all these tournaments that are promoting the game, like they help people, the new players get into it. Tekken 7 had a lot of new players as well. And that was a game which is apparently, according to the developers, too defensive. You don't have to change the game too much, you know, like you can do really cool content and stuff, and that could also really help your game blow up. Even collaborations with different games and different like brands and stuff, that helps as well.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like, you know, we both played Tide 2, and like, you know, Tide 2 almost like it's a good game. Like I love Tide 2, but it did almost kill the franchise, right? So Tekken 7 revived the franchise, and I feel like they got, to an extent, quite lucky as well, because, you know, like Street Fighter 5 was the main competitor, but that game was a huge disaster on release, right? So like I can say from experience, my own community, some people literally switch from Street Fighter 5 to Tekken 7, just like, yeah, this game is ass, let's switch over, right?
I remember.
So I feel like there's some luck and fault for sure. You know, they released Tekken 7 at the right place at the right time. But yeah, the Tekken Multiplayer promotion definitely, because I don't think the game sold massively in the first year of Tekken 7. Like it was
no, it blew up later.
yeah, it was much later, right? And yeah, like you said, Tekken Multiplayer definitely had an impact on that, because the storylines were amazing, right? You know, 2017, Kudan's, you know, he came back from a huge break and he just shows up and wins, right? Rangchu winning with Panda, no one, and he didn't win anything all year as well. So he won at the very end with a character no one expected, right? You know, 2019, of course, you know yourself, you know, Arslan, you know, the rise of Pakistan and all that. So there's a lot of really, really cool storylines, and they definitely helped fuel interest in the game, in the community, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I think Tekken 7 was a really good spectator game as well. But I feel like in Tekken 8, we've kind of exhausted the storylines a bit, you know, like it's the same people winning over and over again. The matches are very similar. It's not interesting, to be honest, you know. Of course, there were some cool moments, you know, I'm not taking that away from them. There were some cool moments, but I think it just didn't touch anything on Tekken 7. And yeah, like, you know, Tekken Multiplayer helped with that. Street Fighter 5 being kind of a disaster helped with that. And, you know, like, it's a miracle, you know, like Tide 2 was really, really bad for them. So it really is a miracle that Tekken 7 survived, and then we got this. But yeah, with Street Fighter 6, you know, like you said, the collaborations, I think literally it's the VTuber community in Japan. I think they're carrying Street Fighter 6 right now because they're all playing it. I know there was a Seijam Cup offline they did in Japan recently.
Yeah.
And they had like the VTubers take part. You know, obviously some of them weren't present. They just played online against the other person in the arena or whatever. But yeah, and Capcom directly collaborates with them as well, which I think is also a big factor. But yeah, I don't know what they need to do for us, because people are not enjoying the game right now. Evo Japan numbers are pretty low for Tekken 8. People are already saying, yeah, if the game is like this, I'm gone. You know, like you already have some content creators like VDX. That was a big one. Like you just said, like, I'm done. You know, I'm done. Until they do something. And you know, it's a bad situation. It's really, really bad.
Yeah, it's not good, man. And I think a lot of it is because of ideas that they have as to what will make the game popular with new players. And I think a lot of those are misinformed, you know. I don't think making the game more aggressive and doing all these different things is going to help the game to grow with new players. I think that people love Tekken for Tekken. You didn't have to do too much. You already added in heat, which is a very interesting mechanic. And all you had to do was just basically you know, balance heat. You know, I think in season 1, all anyone was asking for was just nerfs, you know, to characters so that it was a bit more manageable to have counterplay, and and it would still be an aggressive game. It would still be way more aggressive than Tekken 7. That in that sense, they had the opportunity to really get people on board and get people excited for Tekken, to get Tekken 8. But now, you know, it's not looking good, and me and you, everyone is like very upset at the moment because of what's happening. And it's like, you know, we've got to take lessons from Street Fighter, man. We've got to take lessons from Street Fighter and see, like, you know, but like you don't have to change the game so much. The game changing isn't what brings new players in. It's everything around that. You make a good product, you know, and that product can thrive as long as the community is really supportive, and the content is out there. The content creators out there are doing their thing, and the tournaments are doing really well. Like you mentioned, Pakistan with 2019. I think the game started to sell a lot once the Pakistanis came on, because that was the biggest story in esports that year. I think that a Pakistani came and beat the shit out of the best players of all time in Korea. This never happened before, right? It's happened that in like Dota, there's a Pakistani as well who his name is Sumail, and he went from he sold his bicycle, went to a tournament and won it, and won like $1 million or something. Like there have been crazy stories like that, but the Arslan Ash story, the dude is legit famous, man, and that wouldn't have happened unless the community, backed it and made it happen. Like obviously the tournaments and even when it comes to like me helping these guys like to be able to travel and stuff, like they were trying to travel since Tekken Tag 2 and Tekken 6, but they weren't never able to because they didn't have the support. But once they started to get in touch with the community more, once Arslan messaged me and Markman and everyone, then we were like, okay, cool, let's support them. And then V Slash sponsored Arslan Ash, and he has real money now and support to be able to travel. The community really did help the game to flourish and sell more copies, because the story was amazing. Like Chop is such a huge member of our community now in Europe, and he got into the game because of Arslan's story. How many people got into the game because of that whole 2019, the golden year of Tekken 7 that most people would say was the golden year. It's amazing, and so many people at home that maybe watch Tekken World Tour tournaments that are so hyped, like and they're like, oh my god, this game is amazing, I want to buy the game. Maybe a content creator who wants to play the game and their community buys the game. This is how it works, man. I see so many people that are streaming Tekken, and then their viewers want to play because their favorite streamers playing Tekken, and it's like they get into it because these amazing stories and amazing content creators. It's not just let's make the game easier and give everyone plus frame moves and then the game will blow up. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I mean the opposite. You have people like starting a revolution right now. Do you know what I mean? So it's clearly the opposite. But
everyone's pissed. Yeah.
But like this team review's been so negative. Everyone on Twitter, like I mean, I'm guilty of it as well. Just being really down on the game, and it's just we've been around, and like I've never seen a community like this ever. And like this is much worse than like season 3 release. And Leroy and Fak were obviously quite overpowered, right? But at least that was just like 2 characters, like of course Akuma as well. It was just a handful of characters, but right now it's everyone that's annoying to play against. No one enjoys playing against any other character because, it's so funny because like people say to me, "Oh, Asuka's so toxic now." I'm like, "Bro, your character is toxic as well, and we're just both like in agreement, yeah."
Yeah.
So it's just, I think
everything is too toxic, man.
Everyone's just tired, man. Everyone's just tired because it just goes back to what I was saying a little bit earlier. Like a lot of people were playing season 1, were tolerating season 1 because okay, there's a season 2 coming. Maybe you'll improve on some things. Like the game's not that bad, but it could be a bit better, right? And like season 2 just double, triples down on everything. Like when I read they were doing like 5,000 changes or whatever, how much it was, or 15. I don't remember the number, but
300, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well, okay, that's a lot, but I was thinking most of that was just going to be chip damage reduction on the current chipping moves, right? Because there is a lot, right? So I was like, okay, maybe it's just chip damage reduction. It was actually 1,500 extensions. Yeah, it was 1,500 extensions, buffs, more plus frames, lows with more counter hit properties. Like, Shai's them back too. Why is it do on counter hit now? Or like Laura's
I haven't seen what it does on counter. What does it do now?
It gives her a free follow up, as he do. Like,
oh god damn it! No, I didn't know that, bro.
Like, there's Asasana's Epsi low. Like, what is that? Like, she has a Wasang 3, which is a very strong mid option from Crouch, right? But her low wasn't like super scary, right? But now she has a super damaging, chunky mid or low that goes into and running 3-2. Don't get me started on that move. That move is, I think, even better than release running 3-2 because
really?
It's +5 into the stance, and she has a 14 frame mid wall splat from that as well.
The lib 2,
the Librador 2, yeah. Like no one's talking about that, but whatever. Paul's 4-2 is still the same. Like that in season 1 stood out to me as one of the more overloaded moves, but now they didn't change it, and they just gave him everything else. They gave him a new hatchet kick from deep dive. they obviously gave him that bugged thing, which is going, but I assume the other moves are still going to be there, you know? Law's 1-1 still a heat dash engager. Like, that, like every time I fight a character that was really strong in season 1 now, I'm like, I don't see anything different. These are the same characters, just with more stuff, you know? So it's
Yeah,
just.
like, I don't understand. But I thought when it said 1500 changes that, you know, at the very least it would just be what you said, which is like, oh, it just changes to chip damage and stuff like that. But, and you know, I wouldn't have hated it, but I wouldn't have been really happy either. I would have been like, you know, I kind of wish that people got nerfed as well. But I was just begging for nerfs, man. And I can't believe that King kept his downfall 2-1 and forward through into 2 the same. Like, they didn't change the frames. They didn't make the low -14.
No.
They didn't make downfall 2-1. If anything, they buffed it because you got that new counter UI change. So now it may even be even easier to downfall 2-1, you know, counter hit confirm. But it's like King should never have a move like that, man. And even still, it's impossible to sidestep. If you, I promise you guys, man, if you get a chance, anyone that's watching at home, if you get a chance to play Tekken Tag 2, and you can, because I've seen people play it recently, I want you to go into practice and record King doing jab into down 4-2. Sidestep right, and you will see the cleanest sidestep on that King down 4-2. And when it came to Tekken 7, because the movement wasn't as good, you couldn't step it anymore. And that was already a big change. I think that changed the game completely. And now in this game, where counter hits were nerfed, and it still tracks the way it does in Tekken 7, you know, you can't sidestep it very easily. And it's such an easy confirm 13 frame mid safe, second hit launches on normal hit. Like, bro, Fergus, I just can't believe that certain things didn't get nerfed.
Like, I didn't really experience the menace of Damper 2 on Kentahish back in Tekken 7 because the combo didn't work on female characters. So I didn't really experience the monster of that move, you know. But now in Tekken 8, it's consistent on everyone, on top of having everything else he has right now. Like, I'm just asking, like, why am I getting Kentahish and 50/50s by a grappler character? You know? like why? Like, he already has all these grabs, which are homie now, by the way. And now he has a like some moves I thought in my mind, so these are definitely getting nerfed. You know, like Lost G.
But they also wanted you to take chip damage for breaking his throws as well.
But the funny thing about that is, yeah, I remember the uproar about that as well. But that's such a small issue now. You know what I mean? That's like, compared to what we got in season 2, that is such a non-issue now. Like, I actually forgot it was there. You know. Because everything else is just that bad around it. Yeah, like, I don't know, like P Lukey is in the chat there. He mentioned my Discord earlier. Oh, we're gonna play locals on Saturday, right? And someone said, "Oh yeah, well, like locals in this game? Are you serious?" And I said, "Oh, don't worry, we still have unpatched consoles with season 1." I'm like, bro, that's how bad the game is, man. People are not patching their PlayStations just to play the old version. Like,
that's crazy that people want to play the old version, man. And it's like, you know, you know, I feel really bad for example, like Chop and these guys, because they're doing a tournament, Chop and Joker, at in about a week's time or 2 weeks time, and it's like they are now gonna have to do that on this patch, and people are actually not interested in that. I've heard people say, "Oh, I'm not going." You know, I think people will go just to have fun because everyone knows everyone's in the same boat. Everyone's gonna be, you know, playing. But I've seen also a lot of locals that have just died out because of this, and people are like, I don't want to play this. I'm not gonna go offline, spend money to go and travel in my time and play this, you know, offline or online. And honestly, for like season 1, it wasn't bad to play that shit on offline. I think offline that shit was actually fun to play. I even played against CBM. Like, he came to my house for a week and we played, and like, yeah, that guy is really strong, right? And I fucking hate Jin, but I still really enjoyed playing him, you know. And I think offline the game is way different to how it is online, especially for us Europeans. But this I wouldn't even want to play offline, I think.
Yeah, I think like that's where a good chunk of the frustration is coming from. You know, like the netcode's not improving. Now we have to deal with this really ugly game right now in terms of playstyle, on top of a netcode that's, you know, supposedly deteriorating with each patch. You know, so it's like, if we had Street Fighter 6 netcode, I could tolerate this game a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, like this shit's all dumb, but at least I can maybe like try to interrupt things properly. Maybe I can try to whip punish things a bit better. But you know, if stuff is flying in your face and you're not punishing it properly, and it just adds to frustration as well. I think, you know, and with the men, like you stream the game as well. Like, you know, it's like I just can't stream this game for much. You know, yesterday I did a long stream, but I was on front page, so I was very motivated, you know, to keep it going.
Yeah.
But yeah, today it was just like I Joker's doing Reina dumb shit, you know, Kobe doing Reina or Harang dumb shit. I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Yeah, no, I respect to them that they can play, you know, this game, and for them, this is their Tekken 7. You
Yeah.
know, because for us, we played all throughout Tag 2 from the beginning to the end, and we competed in that game and traveled for that game, and we were sweaty in that game as well. We were like, you know, playing that game all the time and competing, and like, you know, it was a different time where we didn't have access to information like we do now, and there wasn't even this, like, Twitch wasn't even around. You know, it was just in TV back then, and then Twitch came in during Tag 2, and the Koreans would rarely come to Europe. They actually never came. They only ever went to one tournament in Paris, UT, but we never really got to meet them and play them, unless we went to France for that one tournament. And like, it was a different time where it's cool. Like, you know, we started to get more in touch with like different scenes, like the American. I remember we had that call with Skype with Bronson and NYC Fab, and we used to like learn from them a little bit here and there about how to play the game and fundamental wise. And you know, it'd be like a slow process of learning. We played the game a lot, and then Tekken 7 came out, and obviously at that point I feel like we peaked in terms of like, you know, we really were ready to like take on the world type of thing. And I became a commentator at that point. You carried on competing and qualified 2 times for the Tech World Tour Finals in the first 2 years. Like, it was a good time. And for them, for Joker and Kwis, I mean, they've started in Tekken 7. So for them, they are, you know, I respect that they're just like, you know, playing the shit out of this game as well. Even the way it is now, like they are still trying to play. But you got to have the mindset of, if you play this game, that I'm gonna do my shit, and if it works, it works. And if someone else does their shit on me, I'm gonna have to accept that I just don't have much counterplay.
Yeah.
If you can accept that it's a 50-50, then, you know.
Yeah, but Dean said there in the chat is such an amazing point. I think like even cheaters are losing because they have to take so much chip damage. You know, they can't just auto block everything because they have to take all the chip damage. Because I ran into a cheater the other day, and I just didn't do lows. I just kept doing plus frames, you know, chip moves, and he lost because he couldn't auto block it.
That is jokes. Plus frame, chip damage.
Yeah. But
that is so funny. Fuck the cheaters, man. Is that the one good thing about this? Is that, you know, the silver lining is cheaters aren't winning anymore. You know, that's crazy. This is how they dealt with cheaters.
Yeah, literally, like finally they did something, but anti-cheat was just do chip damage on them instead. But
that is funny.
But yeah, no, like this scene, like I said, like, I just never seen it so negative. Never, ever.
Yeah, everyone's been really, really pissed off, and understandably, man. Like, you know, I'm always that type of, like, ever since COVID, I've always, like, I was a doomer as well, bro. I was so pissed. And you remember, man, homing Hell Sweep, Leroy, this, that, Falcon Ram. I was very angry and stuff. But ever since then, you know, when people told me to just, you know, relax, you know, it's a game, it will improve, you know, if you the only way it can improve is if you try and get your opinion and force them to listen to your opinion, type of thing. And that's basically what people are doing. They're not playing the game now because they want to send a message. It's not that they don't want to play, they want to play Tekken, but you know, right now they don't want to play this version of Tekken, and they want to show people that are on the top, like, look, we love Tekken, but we're not playing this at the moment. So it is a statement for sure. And the reviews that people have left on Steam as well are like quite serious as well, because it's 90% of them are negative, and it really does affect it. Like, if anyone is going to buy the game, the first thing I do when I, like, let's say if I'm booking a flight, and I normally don't book with the airline because other agencies have them cheaper. So my recent flight to Japan, for example, like, I didn't book it with the airline. I booked it with like some website. And I always check to see the reviews of a website to see if they're legit. If I see that it's like not 4 or 5 stars out of 5, then I'm not gonna give them my money. And sometimes I'll see them, they have like 2 stars. I'm like, fuck that, I'm not getting anywhere near that, right? I'll happily pay extra just to not get scammed. And when people go into the Steam page now, they're gonna see just overwhelmingly negative reviews, and I think that is not good, and that is something that's going to really, really make them start thinking that, oh shit, we need to kind of do something here, right? Because it was the same thing with XCC when they started to review bomb the game there. They started reviewing bombing the game because of what they did with XCC by banning him from Tekken World Tour, Tag Uppercut. And they made a statement very shortly afterwards about that, like apologizing for what they did to him, right? And then unbanning China after that. So yeah, it's like it's a big statement, but again, all we can say is that we understand, and like we are not happy either. But yeah, it's a crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like that's the only way to listen, right? Because I feel like from season one they had a lot of feedback. Hey, look, we don't like this. Even from the top players, like Nee's been very outspoken, like as you can see here. Arslan said a bunch of times, hey, look, this and this and this, So I feel like surely they have seen this, surely they've seen the feedback. So I'm not sure why they're going with this in season two. It seems like a ego thing. It seems like I don't know what they want from season two, but like when you have people telling you, like the community telling you, and you even have new people telling you, hey, this is not good. Yeah, I don't know. This is season two now. And I like to think hopefully they listen now, right? With the review bombing, which all the top players now be more outspoken, with content creators dropping out, hey, this is bad. I'm taking a break. Hopefully they can see this time. Please stop going in your direction. Please listen to us,
Yeah. I'm hoping, man. But then the thing is, they're saying, please listen to us. And that's why I'm saying, in season two, there's more things that need to be talked about. It's not like there's more things now in season two that we didn't know about in season one, that have been added into this game. So having a tweet like this from Nee is so valuable, because now he's not just talking about season one stuff, he's talking about season two stuff as well. Because he specifically mentioned in the legacy point about the Kazuya homing move. He wouldn't have been able to mention that if he didn't play season two first and get to try it out. So he tried it out, and now he's got his criticism here, which is talking about season one and two and what he wants change. And it's so valuable from everybody to do that, right? And it's like people say, oh, we did it before, right? So what's the point doing it now? But I think it is, like you said, I think you would imagine logically that they are listening now, right? Or hearing what people are saying. And Nee with this tweet is definitely evidence of that he's like, look, I'm gonna make my tweet, I'm going to I'm gonna try to make my voice be heard. And hey, do you know what, Fergus? If you make that tweet and you're making constructive criticism and they don't listen, if they do listen, great, perfect. If they don't listen, well, what did you lose? You lost.
Yeah, and I think
like,
it's also
like a minute or some of your time to type a tweet.
Yeah, but I also think it's extremely important to not be weird, aggressive, toxic, because I feel like everyone's kind of fighting each other at the moment. Really, really important. Like when you make criticism, please be sensible. Please don't tag them and just be like, "Hey, fuck you for this." Just do what needed. Like this is a very nice tweet. This is good. And a lot of people like go saying he made that tweet as well. It was a really, really good, valuable tweet. Just be reasonable. Okay, like some, what's the word, like some responses from them haven't been the best, but like I feel like when you're someone reading negative stuff all day on Twitter, it's gonna affect you. I think it will affect anyone. I think so.
To play devil's advocate on the other side, you get people who say, well, we tried being nice and they didn't listen, so now we need to use a different approach. And it's like, so the different approach that we've been seeing are people dropping the game, and I think that and they've been expressing that. So at Harada, at Makamari, at Nakatsu, at Tekken, whatever, I'm no longer playing this game anymore. It's not the nicest thing to say, but hey, I think it's something that needs to be said if that's how they feel. You know what I mean? Like, it's totally fine to give constructive criticism, and I think that they should alongside that. But they should also, if they've given it before and they felt like they weren't listened to, then saying something like, I've loved this game. I've actually seen tweets where people said, I love this game for so many years. I've played this game religiously. and this is the first time in my life where I just don't feel like this is Tekken, and I'm sorry, but I can't dedicate my time to this game anymore as it is, and I want to, but the direction of this game isn't for me, so I'm not going to play this game anymore. And here are some reasons why: XYZ 1 2 3, and boom, and I think that is very impactful as well. Nee hasn't obviously said I'm not going to play the game anymore. That would blow up the internet, but he kind of has to, because he's a pro player as well, right? And he wouldn't just drop the game, because Nee is like, if you've ever met Nee, like, and seen the way this guy plays the game, he is probably the biggest Tekken nut on the planet, bro. Like, he just doesn't matter where the fuck I'll play Tekken. Tekken is his life, and it's why he's so big, and he's the biggest Tekken pro on the planet. He's just obsessed with the game. He loves the game so much, and I think for him, he's always going to try and play, but yeah, if things don't change, then you can tell from that tweet that Nee might, like you said, George, he might just call it quits, man. He's almost 40 years old. He recently got married. This game is already not good for him in season 1. It was, I mean, he's the first time in his life he never qualified for the Tekken World Tour Finals, man. He started to get more into it near the end and getting closer to playing and winning tournaments, but it's too much. I think it's so anti-Nee as well.
Yeah, but on the flip side, I think it's also important for people to not be so dismissive of the criticism as well. I've seen people saying, "Oh, like, why you still play then? Just go outside or something like this." You know what I mean? Like, like, people grew up with this franchise. You know what I mean? Like, I would think it's so fair to say, like, just play something else, or just go outside or whatever like this. So I think both ways is important. Obviously, one, to be sensible with your criticism, but also to not be so dismissive of other people showing their discontent.
I mean, yeah. Why would you be dismissive of criticism? Like, saying it to people, well, go do something else with your time then. It's like, they will. They will. Like, but they don't want to, like, there's people that love Tekken and they live and breathe this game, and maybe they make content around the game and all that kind of stuff. So they don't want to do different things with the game. They like with other than playing the game. So yeah, that being dismissive like that as well doesn't make sense. But I feel like people have now all been on the same. They're all on the same side in one regard, like in maybe not in the method that they use to get their point across, but at least that everyone has an issue with the current state of the game. And I've only seen Shadow and maybe one or two more saying, "Do you know what? I kind of like season 2. I really like it compared to other seasons." So everyone's entitled to their opinion. We can't force them to change their opinion or shit on them, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think Tekken is also like in a really lucky position that it doesn't really have any competitors at the moment. But I think if Virtua Fighter 6 like has the best opportunity right now to drop some footage or news or whatever, and they could sway a lot of people over to Virtua Fighter, so I think that could potentially be a very big competitor to Tekken. And if Namco doesn't like shape up from here, they could lose a lot of players to Sega, to Virtua Fighter. So the next patch, it better be good, man. It better be not just Jack and Paul. It better be a game scale like changing. So
I was told by some people in my chat that they were saying there's going to be multiple patches, so not just one, but they've scheduled a few patches, right? So maybe the first one before Evo Japan, they don't want people to be spamming these moves. They don't want like there's a by the way, so for those of you who don't know, maybe you don't know, but the first Esports World Cup qualifier is actually happening tomorrow. And I'll be streaming it if I'm allowed to restream it. That is going to be happening in Saudi Arabia, and they've banned the forward 1+2 pull into the bug. They banned it, so you can't use forward 1+2 into the stance into Wasane 4 and Wasane 3-2. And I know Evo doesn't want to do that. They'd rather that's just patched out the game beforehand. So they want to do this emergency patch, but they have to do other stuff too. But I don't think they can do all of it. In one patch. They can't fix everything in one patch. No way.
Like, I think, I don't know which, like, I was watching some American online tournament. I don't know which one it was, but they banned Jack like outright. And
really?
I'm just thinking of people like Joe Crush, like, who's he gonna play? Like, so like, I think it's awkward to ban just a move, like, okay, if you do Jack 2-1 into the clap, like, we're disqualifying you, but it's you have muscle memory. You can't just not do it in the clutch. You know what I mean? Or like if you feel like you're
Yeah.
losing, you might sneak in one or whatever. But
Yeah.
like, how are you gonna police that? So I don't
Yeah.
know. Like maybe a character ban might be more suitable. To make sure people just don't try it once or whatever. Yeah, right. Like Dean said, like imagine you just do it by accident or by muscle memory and you're just gone. Like, um, but yeah, hopefully it's fixed before Evo Japan because I do not want to see a top 8 of Jack 2-1 make some noise, and it's just so. I don't know why they named it that as well. Like that's
Oh yeah,
just
that's cringe.
like, bro, I don't want to be Steve right now. Like, the most broken move in the whole game right now is named after something. Might I say like?
Yeah, that is it's a bit sus and not the best. But yeah, like I don't think that if they nerf that shit, which they are going to when they nerf it. I was making the point that I think that obviously it has to be interruptible. So on block 2-1 into the thing should be interruptible,
Mhm.
but also 2-1 on hit into that is kind of messed up as well. Like it's like Victor's up forward 1-1 now, and you have to hold the perfume 1+2. It does chip damage and plus frames, and it's like the old Lily 1-2 into throw type of thing. Kind of the same example where it's like a lot of people would do that, but now with this situation, there's no counterplay. You can't even rage art it, Fergus. Up forward 1-1 into the perfume 1+2. You can't rage art it. So it's like just guaranteed unless you have a parry like Jin, right? Like Jin can parry it and maybe Leroy, but no one else can do anything about it. And even if they nerf it so they make it uninterruptible, imagine this, Fergus, yeah? 2-1 into make some noise, you can jab float it. But then they do 2-1 and they cancel the stance and then they do like whilst 1. Or they do the 2-1 into something else, like the 2-1 into I don't know, some other move,
Or 2-1
it's
into
like-
1 like a frame trap or something.
Yeah, 2-1, and then you do 2-1. They on its own, they try to interrupt. They just do like a jab or something, and you just punish them for the jab. Or yeah, 2-1-2. You try to press buttons 2-1. You see it. You try to jab and dead. Like I'm really scared about what's gonna happen there. Like, is it gonna create this toxic mix-up?
Yeah, because like the only kind of counterplay at the moment is power crushing, but it's like not in your favor as well. And especially if you're a character with high power crush, you can just do 2-1 duck or something, for example, right? And
Yeah.
and then you just get launched for it. So it's just constant reward is always in its favor for tuners. Like I'll be honest, I know this is gonna be like kind of scrub quotes, but whenever Jack players just did that to me in ranks, I just blocked them afterwards. I'm like, I'm not dealing with
Really?
I'm just not dealing with I'll unblock them after the patch, obviously, but like I'm just like, go be a dickhead somewhere else, man. I'm not dealing with that shit.
Yeah. They know it's broken and using it and stuff. I mean, I used it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I used it because I'm just having fun. I'm like, I don't use it all the time. Like, there'll be like one round where I just do it because I'm like, let me just show people how fucked up this thing is, But yeah, people have plugged on me as well for doing that, and I was like, man, fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't get angry. I was like, yeah, fair enough. So yeah, it's crazy, and I really don't like this move specifically because it's getting people to focus too much on that instead of everything else, which is also fucking Reina and Laws and Horong shit and like I'm not saying Horong is broken, but bro, like that those moves that he got were just not necessary for him to have,
Yeah, or even like Lars, he says, is obscene. But I think the other issue with season 2 is like the new moves that they added or the extensions that they added. They just look ugly. They just look recycled. They look like Lily doing her slides. Like, for example, like it's the startup got improved, right? It just looks weird now. Like Feng's Cruci F1 now, it just looks weird. It doesn't look right, And I remember the first time I played against a Feng player, and he was looping Cruci F1. Like sometimes I could react to it before, right? But I'm just like, oh, I just got hit. Like, what the hell? And then he kept doing it. I'm like, no, stop that. Like this is weird, and like they're just like buffing power lows, and I don't know, like Lars stand back for being faster. Like, why is that faster? Like sometimes if you're on point you could see it, but now it's just straight up unseeable, and a lot of them just look really ugly as well. Like they didn't even change the animation; they're just literally sped up. Like
Yeah,
go
on.
And like Safina's downport 1-2-1 into the Scarecrow transition, that looks really ugly as well.
It does, and it doesn't like in a combo. You can actually combo into it because it doesn't push them away. The last hit used to do wall carry. Now it doesn't carry them away anyway. It just does down for 1-2-1, and you can actually do even in a combo one down forward 1-2-1 into Scarecrow 4 as a tornado, and it's like it's very ugly. But I wouldn't mind if Lars's down back 4 was buffed with the speed, and that was it. Maybe a couple of other things here and there, but one of his main lows was that main issues was that he had bad lows. Everyone says, "Oh, his lows are bad. His lows are bad." So down back 4 being stronger, okay, no problem. You now have a low which is like unseeable. It's still risky though, right? So it's something I don't mind. You block it, you're dead. But it's faster now. That makes Lars better but not more toxic. I mean, it is a little bit more toxic, but not like a lot more toxic, right? I feel like what's toxic is new stance transitions, new moves, which are new wall combo for some reason, and new extension from down forward 1. That stuff I'm not okay with. I think everything else, like having down back 4 be a bit faster, okay, fine, no problem. You felt like you didn't have any lows, and you've been complaining about that since Tekken Tag 2, Tekken 7. So okay, you have a faster low now. That's good. But everything else is not good.
But it's just like so many changes are just so like why, like just like why have you done this or why have you implemented this? Like what's the direction? What's the reasoning? Like for example, like Lars. Well, for me, Lars that Mac 4 was a big one. Like, but the stance low being safe. Let me look up the roster right now. Let me.
Yeah.
Tekken 9 roster. I wish Tekken 9 roster. Like I could say, like why does Jun have a spike combo now? Why does Kazi have a mid homie move? Why does Jun have a plus and block mid in stance now? Why does Paul have port and +2? Why does Law have refueling nunchucks in heat? King just way too much with King. Lars, yeah, we covered that already. Shy back turn power crush, like why? Obviously Jack to Nina, she has that like down forward 1-2 that goes into the while running 1+2 cancel. Like why Asuka, like why am I doing way extra damage on my combos? Leroy, he has that new side set move which is like +4 or 5 into Hermes. Like why? Lily has a mid heat smash, which actually I think Lily is one of the more reasonably changed characters. I still think Feisty Rabbit should have been nerfed, but with everything that's happened in season 2, I think Lily was actually more of the reasonable ones. Horang, that mid extension from Flamingo that has a mix up with the house sweep as well. Brian, FC low that you can't low parry from -12, didn't touch anything else. Claudio, I think they actually did touch him a little bit, but he has that like guard break now, so obviously it doesn't matter if it's good or not, it's just toxic. Asasana, FC low that goes into stance, running 3-2 +5 into stance. Raven, I don't know what the fuck's happening with this character. But apparently the Oki is real, and they did something with him. I forgot what it was, but I just remember being like, "Wow, what is this?" I can remember. I didn't know Raven in season 1. I don't know him now, but he just looks more annoying. Yoshi got nerfed a little bit, but then he has that police shit that's like mega plus, and they didn't nerf sword sweep. They didn't nerf the wall Oki. So it doesn't even feel that different. Steve, that new heat string, so Tekken-ish. No counterplay, block heat smash afterwards, or you can do more of it. Great. Dragunov, 12 frame while standing launcher. And the worst thing about that is the FC low. The while standing 1+2 was a hard call out to use stepping against it, right? But now you can launch you from the FC low if you try to move. And he's +5 anyway. Leo, box stance low. That's a huge thing. Shaheen, you got like a new low from sidestep, and you got a new plus and block mid, and they look the same. And they didn't touch much else as well. Who else? I can't see that behind the camera. Kuma, I don't think he's still doing chip damage sequence. He has that sidestep homie move that does a lot of chip, and it doesn't seem that minus. I don't know, but I saw Nino clips. I'm like, this looks like season 1, Bang, QCF1 sped up, so he has like a real full screen counter hit launch.
He's got Wasan in 1-3, Wasan in 1-4, whatever, the heat engager now. 13 frame Wasan heat engager. And he's got back 4 extensions, like.
Right, yeah, and of course, Jordan said the stance grab is now like unseeable because they changed the animation of it straight up.
Right, yeah.
I mean, like the counterplay was that you could see it, right? So you could punish them hard if you could react to it, right? But
Yeah.
Panda, like unbreakable throws from Waning Moon or from stands. Same thing. The grab is also unseeable now. Safina, he said enough already earlier on. She's just even more chip damage monster now. Lee, I think you like this topic. I think, like
Yeah.
I think he's also like Lily, like one of the more reasonably changed characters. They're just in the wrong season at the moment. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, you got new heat moves and or plus they give for follow ups. You know, so he's just like whatever. Okay. Alisa, bro.
Yeah.
I played against Alisa like on the first day of season 2, and I was like he was literally going ham with the fly stuff, and I was so
Right.
lost. I couldn't stop it. I couldn't step it. I couldn't stop it. I was just like, what the fuck is this? And he was literally only doing the fly stuff.
Yeah,
And
there's no counterplay to that shit. And she also got a new stomp combo as well, which spikes new spike combo at the wall.
that,
Insane damage. I think Chang Bang was saying it is probably the most damage in the game now. It's more than more than Kuma's wall combo.
yeah, it's great. You know, like we need because we complained about bare wall combos, and they just added more spike combos. They get great. Thanks. Devil Chin as well, spike combo at the wall. Launching Hell Sweep in heat that gives them a lot more damage on actual real wall carry now because it launches forward. Who else is it? Victor. I don't really know what happened to Victor, but I don't like him anyway. So it's,
So
it's probably
Victor got running 2, and you also got this running 1+2. You got this new low from running.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
so that's pretty like toxic in itself because you do heat engager now, running 2, running 1+2, and also up forward 1/1 allows him to go into stance now. He's got more stance transitions now. So like the up forward 1/1 is a 13 frame punish, and it's so toxic because you're forced to block the 1+2 now. Like I said, unless you have Jin or other characters that can parry it, you can't even rage art or power crush it. You have to hold it, and so that's a guaranteed 13 frame, and then also you get plus frames and more chip damage. It's like, it's kind of dirty.
Super.
Yeah.
Reina, like that new low that loops back into Sen, and down. I don't think the down 2 string is that deep, like comparatively, but it's the new low, and the Heavens Rap 3+4 being plus now is insane because your counterplay to that was blocking it obviously, but you could take your turn, right? But because it tracks both ways, it was a chunky mids, but now it's a chunky mids that tracks both ways, and it's also plus and block now. So, so yeah, that's what I mean. Like every character just got stupid shit, and like this is not the direction the game was supposed to go in. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. A lot of characters has got new things which add to their offense, and I think that's the main thing is that everybody was asking for buffs to defense instead, and we got some in terms of the system. The system gave us buffs to defense by buffing movement, for example. So it's clear it is clearly a buff, right? So to defense, because if you think about it, even with Asuka, like you were saying, if I now do down back 3 against someone, I can't loop it against them because they can sidestep right no matter whichever side they're on. That's a buff to defense, right? And I'm all for that. I love that, but you can't then also just give people a remedy to that. It's like oh, we buffed defense, and now sidestepping is going to be more effective. So we gave everyone new homing moves to beat the sidestep. It's like, no, we don't want that. We want we want just movement to be buffed, and that's it. We don't have to. I feel like even when they buff characters, even when they nerf characters, they always remedy it by giving them something else. Look at Dragonov. Let's get rid of his 14 frame heat dash combo and let's give him a 12 frame one instead. It's like they always want to give something when they take something away. It's like you don't have to do that. Sometimes it's okay to just take something away. It's sometimes okay to just nerf something, and it will sometimes open up that character to become more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like they're just like you said, they're just removing counterplay. They're just adding on moves, adding on extensions to strings that previously, you could deal with one option at a time. Yeah, I mean, just to finish off that roster, like Eddie, I don't. Maybe you can know more than I do, but you got G Clef.
So Eddie, he got a G Clef now 1, 2, 3. He got his stances now you can transition into them a lot quicker. The frames have decreased, so he can literally just instantly go from handstand to relax, and then the moves he can do from relax are just a lot quicker. So before it was like a bit slower, but now because if he does running 3, he can transition to relax, and like a rage art isn't guaranteed, but it allows him to just like loop his stance stuff a lot more. He's got a new 14 frame punish as well. One of them is a heat engager, which does a lot of damage. He's got two. I think it's like upward 1-3 and upward 1-4, and they're like really chunky 14 frame punishes, right? So he got that. Back through 3 is no longer counter hit confirmable, so that's one nerf that he did get, which was again quite a legacy thing, which I'm quite sad that they got rid of. But yeah, they also made full crouch down 4-3. You know, the flip into relax. They made that plus now. So that's plus into a mix up from relax. 1+2, which was that elbow, which puts you into full crouch. That used to be 0. Now it's +3. So they just buff the frames on some of his stuff as well now. Just allow him to mix you up more.
Great. And Lydia, like, you know, like I play a lot of Lydia myself in season 1. I'm just like, like she looks obscene at the moment. You know, I'm seeing level 3 just like Wolf 4 be -40 now. Like it's a very chunky lobe that can't be launched anymore by most characters anyway. She gets guaranteed stuff at the wall as well, which heals her. She takes away Grey Life. She's Rage Drive combos, resplats. Yeah, I don't know. Lydia just looks. I just don't want to play against Lydia now. And I don't know what they did to Hayachi. Clive, they give him 4+2, which is some mid counter launcher that's plus and block. Which
they gave him forward 2 as well, which is a counter hit launcher. You know, from range. They gave him that new Scorpion move, which is like it grabs you from range 3 and pulls you in. They gave him some other stuff too, like, as well, which is kind of fucked up. I just forget now what it was, but yeah, Clive got some good shit in as well, and I haven't even faced a Clive yet at this point.
Yeah, and like it's just again goes back to the thing where like they just didn't nerf anything. You know, like 1+2 is still 13 frame tracking mid. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think I'll let you go there, Hassan.
Yeah, no worries, man. Good chat, man. Good chat. See, look, you left the game at 30 minutes. Now it's been 2 hours stream. Now you could say, hey guys, I've had a good stream. Time to end it, man. But yeah, now you do your thing. Safe, guys. Safe everyone in the chat.
No
hello
worries.
and bye-bye.
No worries. Take care. Take care, man. Take
Bye-bye,
care. Take care. Yeah. I mean, he says in a good mood now, but like I'm in a worse mood because just talks about everything else bullshit with the game, so it didn't really help with anything. But yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't really want to play. I don't really want to play the game at the moment. But I mean, I was going to do that show things. I need to do the show t-shirt things. I've been kind of putting off a little bit, but I need to do this. So I need to think of how I'm going to do it too. If the emergency patches shit I'm out, yeah, I think a lot of people are in that situation at the moment. They're waiting for Monopoly. I just I could. I still need to do 30 minutes because I ran out of coins the last time. Resident Evil? Well, let me do this thing first. I need to think of how to do it. Right, I need you guys to be excited, right? But don't make it obvious, you know, don't make it look like I asked you to be excited. Just let me think how I'm going to approach this, because it has to be a couple of minutes long. Losing your shit right now. Maybe just tone down on losing at the moment. Okay, let me open up the website for now. How will I do this? How will I approach this? I should be nominated for an Oscar after this, you know. I'll tell you guys when I'm about to start doing it. Okay, so I'll be like, oh my god, that shirt looks sick and blah blah blah, you know. Show screenshot previous. It says show screenshot my previous incident. Okay, 1 second. How will I do this? Bro, I'm trying to find my last one, but my inbox just full of spam. Okay. Right, okay. Line up all the PogChamps, exactly. Yeah, all of them pogging. Bro, YouTube Premium is ruining my video right now. Come on. But where's the skip button? But I hate my. I'm watching my old video and I'm like, wow, am I like this? No skip ads. Okay, now I can skip it. Okay. Into the encryption. Okay. Okay, so I think we're ready to do this. Okay, so okay, when I go back, I'm gonna go into the integration. Okay, so start asking questions, but don't make it obvious. Well, we dig right in. Okay, hold on. These shirts here. They actually are nice though, so it's on the, and this is an old one I got from them last year. So I mean, they're genuinely are nice, you know. So I might, that's off the record. They actually are nice. Okay. Okay, script in my head. Ready? Okay. So guys, before I jump into this video, I just want to let you guys know that I'm working with Into the AM, and they are a t-shirt company. As you can see, I'm wearing one right now, and it is absolutely gorgeous. You know, they gave me a couple of more, so it is absolutely gorgeous. And I worked with them last year as well, and so this is a t-shirt that they've given me last year as well. And as you can see, it still holds up. The quality is amazing. The art's not fading or anything like this. So I've shown this the last time. So as you can see here, let me switch over. This is my last video I worked with them. And as you can see, the quality is, it did not change one bit, you know? So you can see me popping off. So as you can see, it is still the same, you know, so right? So, and the quality is there, it didn't fade at all, nothing. And you can see in the website, so this is their website, and I have the code, as you can see in the link there. They have a lot of options, but they are famous, notably, for their graphics t-shirt. So if we can, so as you can see, their graphics tee, they're notable for this. And like they have a lot of designs here. You know, I actually wear this all the time, you know, like I have this and I have like 4 others from them, and I actually do like wear them a lot, you know. So as you can see, there's stuff like this. They have like a very similar style, and I really like this style. And you know, I wear this, you know, I wear black trousers as well. So a lot of them you can get them in different colors like black and pink and so on. And I think a big appeal of this, they have like a very distinct like art style. It's like a very retro, like cyberpunky kind of style, and I think it's amazing. I think it goes really well with like a lot of things. And you know, I got to wear this when I go out. I got to wear this, and like even here when I go out, I wear it all over. You know, and the print quality, like I said, it's good. It holds up, and yeah, I enjoy it. I loved it. I wear it with everything. And you guys can also wear it with everything by this link in the chat. That white one is sick, but a lot of them are, man. Like, you know, and you know, the prices are pretty decent. You get 3 for $60. So it's, the quality is good, the art is good, the price is pretty decent. So yeah, that's what I think of them. And I have a bunch of them. And like I said, I have this. I have this. Check the match. Absolutely check the match. Right, okay. I think that was okay. I think that was decent. I didn't waffle too much. I'll just obviously I'll edit this part out and include it, but I think that was fine. Did we just sell it? Yeah, you did. Good job, guys. By the way, good job. You did well. It wasn't too obvious. It was good. It was good. Good job. I'm proud of you, chat. You guys should be all Oscar nominations, basically. Right, I need to edit. Oh, Hassan, can I upload that to YouTube? Our conversation. I think it's good. I'll just leave it like, oh, season 2 ranked, why this game is shit, and blah 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 blah. And then I'll make it mad clickbaity, and then I'll just include that integration, and then make them love me and send me more shirts. No clickbait. I can't believe Spike has said this. And then it's just a very reasonable conversation. Yeah, what should I do now? Actual drama. Insane. Irish Pride is... This one's sick. I should have asked for this one. This is off the record, by the way, so I'm being... I was serious, but I'm being very serious right now. I wanted to ask for this one, but I thought the other two I got were better. This is the one I got, as you can see. But like, I actually genuinely do like them. I'm really happy I'm working with them because I get these shirts for free and they're amazing. Have to make an Asuka one. And it gets off that it has a little like I didn't know I liked the cyberpunk kind of aesthetic, but after playing the game I'm like, oh well, I actually do like this, and then they have some stuff like that. Just let me make sure I covered all the points that they want me to talk about. If they're not happy with this, I'll just do it here this video and then try again with that one. New Anna tech dropped. Is this the... Bro, how did this... Bro, this game is such a mess, man. It's such a mess. What is this game? Game is such a mess. Here, let's play Cyberpunk. I'll show you guys where I'm at in the game. Well, there's so many viewers and followers. Yeah, I don't think I'll be streaming for 3 days, by the way. I think I need a break. No, you're fine. It's over. The shielding's over. Let me remove this. I don't need this anymore here. Well, maybe I'll stream tomorrow a little bit. Maybe, because I'm off work. Yeah, I'll show you guys where I'm at with this game. Don't stream Tekken. I could stream Tormented Souls.
Good morning, Night City!
Oh.
Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood, thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess...
Wait, there's titty in this game. I don't know if I can show that on stream. Wait, am I gonna get banned playing this game?
Everyone, welcome to Info Flash. Say, did y'all lose power yesterday too?
Asuka doing good season there. Everyone is. Oh, you know, you're alright, Ferdan. Hello. Wait, is it actually okay to stream this game? Because there's literal boobs in this game. Like that, for example. Ah, don't look at them. TOS. Right, what was I doing here? Bro, I was just doing gigs for ages. Like, there's like 50 million gigs everywhere. We'll do this one. You press. I don't think my weapons are very exciting. I have this talking gun. It talks to me. It's kind of annoying. Jockey F. What? Bro, I hate this. This was parking so far away from me. Kill the pedestrians. No, that's mean. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm really awful at driving, so bear with me. I'm actually like really bad at driving. Why am I Asuka? It's supposed to be Asuka.
Good day, V. There is
GTS Extreme.
justice. This is a personal matter. I'll pay extra. More info attached.
In real life, no, I can't.
¿Por qué chingados metes las pinches narices donde no te llaman?
Bro, he's like health. What the hell? Wait. I can operate a car in real life? No. Where's my shotgun? Do you think I should talk to them first? Nobody drives in Dublin exactly. My grenades are kind of OP. Drive around fake, it's go on. Well, it's sober, right? Most likely for them. Cook off the dash. Great. So I don't really know much about like good builds in this game. I've just been kind of doing shotgun. I have an OP grenade build anyway. Why not fists? I should, like Asuka, right? Money, money, money. Make it rain. We just shotgun a fist. Maybe we should have fist well. Guys, I killed them all. Yeah, I can still reset my Adabruts though. Look, I can still reset. So I'll do that at some point and try a different build. I don't think that was on release, right? I don't really fully understand this puzzle thing. Is that I want to start with BD, right? Or is it I want to start with... Yeah, I don't really like... I've gotten all of them sometimes, but I don't really know why I did. So I start with 55. And then a BD, right? So there's a BD there. But then I need E9. Yeah, I don't get that, you know. Maybe I'm stupid. Well, I got 2 of them anyway. When you can EN, what does that mean? Not 2 usually. Oh, 3 is hard then. I got in, Dory, I got it. EN. Nobody gets EN. I do, don't worry, baby. Valentinos. Ian, let's join Valentinos. Right, where are we going next? We're gonna do this gig. Okay, we joined them. Great. What now? Oh my god, this car's so slow, what the hell? Fuck. Bro, it crashed into me, what the hell? Future GTA. Why, you never played this? Okay, fine, I'm walking quicker. Oh my god, don't look.
Marta Fricks and Gustavo Horta.
Really?
Vista del Rey's own Romeo and Juliet. You know that story. This one's not so different. Martha is in a coma at the hospital. Her father wants Gustavo to pay.
I have double jump.
And to be demand quick payment. Details attached.
We're just gonna break into someone's apartment. He looks at me funny. Oh, stealthy, are you? No, fuck that, that's boring. Have you seen my Shinobi stats? Like, this is the stealthy one, and look, it's the least of all of them, as it should be. Average trip to Dublin footage. Just get grenaded. Yeah, get grenaded, bitch. Oh, I can just force it open, easy. Wait, how do you know it's coming in? Pop up. Oh my god, why are they shooting me? My gun is talking to me. Oh. Look at that dodged precision. I'm running. Wait, was I supposed to kill him? Oh. Oops. I don't think I was supposed to kill him. Hi Marco, it's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. Who's talking? Precision. Jump. God, I'm tempted.
Don't stop.
Fun fact, the human body holds between 5 and 7 liters of blood.
Why is my gun... You want to bring hack people? Right, we can do this. I want the quick hack ones, so... Wait, I broke it already, I think. Bro, this is stupid. Yo, Sarnop, what's up? What's up? Wait, bro, me for Frost. Bruh. Wait, that's very high. Hey, you told me to jump. Do it. Bomb the 32nd floor. Frost gave me the broken builds in this game. Oh, next week, maybe it's turned up. I'm just being miserable and ranked. Look, I jumped out. See, I'm alive. My intrusive thoughts are kicking in.
Those who exact justice do so on behalf of our Lord. You've done well, Lee. I know this isn't always easy. And that's why I applaud your decision today.
Katana in slow-mo. Come back now, playing Tekken. His smile, it's come back. I don't really get the cyberware stuff. Is it... Bro needs to upgrade, what the hell? Let's go to Ripper Duck. Where's the closest one? What's that? Dogtown? Named Asuka. No, it's Fee. You can't name your character. Oh, there's a... You can, yeah. No, her name is V, by default. Guys, should we visit our queen? Use the smart words because I aim? No, because I'm optimal. Let's change our cock size. Boop, 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 boop. No one saw that. No one saw that, okay. Bro, I'm already open. Bro, I'm playing on normal. It's way too easy. Might have to boot it up, you know. Right, what looks cheap? I have a lot to pull on. Change the OS? What's wrong with my OS? It lets me hack. It's tier 2. 40% damage reduction. How can I withdraw? Oh right, yeah. While it's active, melee weapons only. 100% stamina cost for melee attacks. I have so much money as well. Allows you to perform quick hacks in the while scanning 40%. Dude, there's too, bro. There's too many stats, man. I don't know which one's good. Visit Misty. Don't worry, we'll visit Misty. Which this one seems good. I just want to hurt things in Warp Dancer. Okay, I think we'll buy this. We have loads of money anyway. What's my background? Wow, what a loaded question. Wow. It's a tier 1 thingy. Highlights, cameras, and turret win. I'm a street kid, street kid, street kid. That's what you mean. Because you know that's me. Street kids all over. Effects highlights explosive devices and traps near my crosshair. Which ones here broken? I used to run streets literally, yeah, that's me. Highlights enemies within 5. Oh wait, this one has a lot of health bonuses. Aim speed. Stealth damage, I use stealth. Wait, explosion damage, my grenades? Oh, so that's body then. Okay. My body's quite good. %. Just more armor? And more carrying capacity? +4 armor, 2.6. Am I just gonna get like loads of health? I don't need more carrying capacity though. I'm always selling stuff. Why is Keanu in my brain? It's a very good question. Frost, what's mitigation? What's that mean? Intelligence attuned. Oh, it's gonna be, that's my best armor then. Right, let me get this one. Possibility to avoid damage. What would I want though? I'll just take the damage in my face. I'm a pussy, I'll just take the damage in my face. Yeah. Wait, this seems kind of broken. Got something else in my face. Go on. Instantly regenerate. Second art to be nice, just in case I die. It's 60,000. Do I have that kind of money? I do, but you deal 90% poison damage, but gain. So second art's broken, right? Wait, they're the same thing. Why is one more expensive? Oh, this one's less cool then. Fine, I'll buy it. You got me, you got me. I'll buy it, I'll buy it, I'll buy it. Cheese. Wait, do cows have second hearts? If you lose 35% health within 3 seconds. Closer attack enemy is less damage to deal to me. Bro got no armor. Why didn't need armor? I'm not bitch. You can tell I was playing a normal, damn. I didn't know normal was that easy, okay? A mental. That'd be cheese. I don't want more melee damage though. I don't have that build. This is too hard. I'll just not buy anything. Charge jumps for greater distance. Wait, that looks fun. Wait, but I want to keep double jumping though. Double jumping is fun. Increases sprint speed. Yeah, double jump is fun, man. I want to keep that shit. They let you cheat fall damage. But this one's just better than my half, is it? 1.1. Explosive damage resistance. Yeah, I'll take this one then. I don't have anything for my nervous system. Successful takedowns you. I'm not gonna do stealth shit, man. That's for bitches. And I'm for range that was sliding. Yeah, I've done that already. The double jump thing versus fall damage. More carrying capacity. Reflexes attuned, cool attuned. Well, if it's cool attuned, then that must be the best thing for me because I'm very cool. Proportional enemies attention. Well, it is. I see my attitudes. Wow, asking so much of me. It's all in body and technical ability. I should probably have something for the nervous system though, right? So are you using casting? What do you mean casting? Bro, I don't really understand things. Wait, reload speed? That seems good. Like hacks? I mean, they're fun. They could be more fun though, I think. Or hack, that's ties with intelligence, right? I was gonna put everything into intelligence afterwards, after body and technical. Yeah, they weren't very good. They overheat and stuff, and no perks. Just roast me. 1.3. Visit Misty. Okay, well, we'll see Misty soon. When attacked from the rear. Pause. Body attuned. Wait, that seems good though. Let me. Reflexes don't have much reflex though. No, fuck it, I'll get this one. Right, I think I'm all perked out.
Can I count on you being discreet?
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Got some pretty unusual cyberware that's not exactly mine.
Bro, he's not even near me. Stop talking to me. Ah.
93.9 Night FM.
Wait, where's Misty? We need to visit Misty. The best girl in Cyberpunk. Where is she? These billboards, they're good, but I don't want to show them on stream because some of them have boobies. Hannah, she's okay. Oh, I'm here. I don't want to be here. I have to climb all the way down. Let's go to Afterlife. Afterlife's a 5. Hannah over Misty, and Misty owns everyone. Misty can save me. Misty can fix Tekken 8 Season 2. Where is she? Judy could probably fix Season 2. Judy's also good too. This guy just held me my builds, yeah, I don't care. He does Misty. Where is she? Wait, this is a quest, I don't want to talk to them. Well, this is Misty's place now.
How's it going, Misty? You alright?
I think so. Not easy, you know. Putting my life back together.
Queen.
Without him. And you? I mean, you too?
Johnny. Driving me out of my goddamn mind. Not enough he's whacked, wants me to be too.
Sorry to hear that. Hope you two can still figure it out.
She's the most realistic character of all of them.
How's it going, Misty?
I think so. And you?
That's weird, but... think we're starting to see eye to eye.
I had a feeling it'd work out. It's hard not to get along with you, V.
Oh my god, let's kiss. You can be better than Jackie, real. Oh my god, boobs. Ah, more boobs. Weird, I didn't realize that, but she's real. Okay, let's do like a main quest. Oh, side job, let's go here. Hit the child, where is it? Wait, I didn't know I could shoot it. I thought it wasn't gonna let me shoot it. Bro, I thought it was gonna be like other games where you just couldn't shoot the child. Okay, maybe it's a bit too real.
And I tell you, no! The Arasakas are no ordinary clan. They're not even human! Vampires, the lot! Their bodies
Okay, give me a cross.
age, but notice their eyes, cold and dead. Their corporation exists only as cover for their wicked means to live. Or
Is he gonna be a cross?
remain undead. I tell you now, Saburo is not gone from our world.
It's just you, Ian.
He rests undisturbed in the family crypt. He feasts on the blood.
Right, so Saburo is definitely dead. Like, trust me on this.
Such conviction. You witnessed
Okay,
his
Dean.
death with your own eyes.
Well, it just so happens no. No, I did not.
You see? You see?
Nice shoot him.
But how could mere mortals become...
Bro, you won't give me a quest. Hold on, let me higher up the difficulty. It is a bit too easy. Bro, let me see how hard is. He knows too much. True. Let's feed him to Misty. Who's messaging me? Yeah, I'm not reading that. But I need to buy new cars. All I have is dead people's cars. Big Stretch Missy. She can change me. Bro, you keep getting spams by Chops. What do you mean everything's so scuffed? Feels nice, thank you. Wait, can I just double jump here? Do you think I can survive this jump? Do you think I can double jump this? Okay. Bro, how do I get up? This is my first time swimming. Oh my god, I hate this already. I better be able to get up here. Bro, the tennis is just shitting on me, look. Oh, there's a ladder. Great. What have I gotten into? No. I'm sure he doesn't regret anything. There's a tarot card. I'm not. I'm fine. Look, I'm alive, aren't I? This is best boy in this game, by the way. He can also fix Tekken 8 Season 2.
It is good to see you, B.
Seems pretty, secluded here.
It is appropriate for such a secret meeting.
FBI, just to make sure I'm associated with these comments in the chat.
What the hell happened? Look close to awful.
You see a man robbed of his implants, money and dignity. Look well. It is not all bad. I am mostly unnoticed in the streets.
Friend you mentioned here?
Bye, in.
Oda? He should be here any moment now.
Willing finally to give me the spec on him?
He's Hanako-sama's bodyguard.
Hanako Arasaka's? From the carrier at anchor in the bay? Saburo's daughter?
Yes, and if he believes you,
does that say
we'll
cock?
next meet with her.
No, it doesn't.
Sure you can trust him?
Yes.
Convincing. Very.
I have nothing to lose. Is that better?
Worse? 'Cause I got plenty to lose.
Riveting.
By God, huh? A good sign. He is usually camouflaged.
Look, there's kind of a CEO. Okay. Cockend. I'm gonna take our time.
Takemura-san. Oda.
Is this her? Your thief.
She's my witness, V.
Can speak for myself, you know.
He does.
So speak. I have been told you know things.
Not gonna like what I'm about to say. I need a guarantee I'm safe here.
You are. You have it.
V, you can trust Oda.
Alright then. Konpeki Plaza. I was there the night it happened. Looked like your typical.
Oh, this is
family
spoilers, by the
quarrel
way,
until
if anyone does want to see.
Yorinobu lunged at Saburo and started choking.
Silence. Not one word more. You will bring death to your door.
But it is the truth. Hanako-sama must hear it.
My one concern is to keep her safe in this city forgotten by the gods.
Is she in danger?
Now? No. Yet during the parade to honor Arasaka-sama, most certainly.
He's pretty good cross.
Bring
Best boy.
witness to his murder. And you dare to worry about the silly parade? Fool!
Correct. Unlike you.
But you can't ignore the truth.
Correct. Unlike you, I have not yet failed to keep my oath to do my duty.
You will regret those words.
The only thing I regret is that I came here to meet you. There is a price on your head. I do you a favor now by not cutting it off and taking
Sorry,
it
but this gonna take much longer.
Rex.
I do you a favor now by not cutting it off and taking it straight to Yorinobu-sama. What would you do now, were you in my place?
I do no favors. I would deliver your head to Yorinobu-sama.
Consider yourself lucky.
Oda!
What?
We're talking about a guy who killed his father to seize control of Arasaka. Gonna take an interest in this or not?
I will not. But I will let you leave this place, this city.
I'm intimidating him.
If I see either of you again, I will not be so lenient.
Be very careful, my friend.
I'll send him a message.
We are all so far from home.
Good fucking riddance. 1 Arasaka whack job is already plenty.
No way this was gonna work.
Look, it's Keanu Reeves.
We walk away with a small measure of success.
How do you figure that?
Oh, he's gone. It's Shao the Hedgehog.
Oda said they returned to Tokyo after the parade. Do you not see the parade? It is our chance, perhaps. If, somehow, we can get to Hanako-sama.
Look at that.
We must do a proper reconnaissance first. We'll need a precise map of Japantown.
Hold on.
It is your turn to call on friends. Do you know a fixer who could help?
No, just the fixer dame. Wakako Okada. Runs a pachinko parlor on J.
Okami. Is that the game?
We must pay this woman a visit. Will you join me?
Sure, why not?
Road trip. Who am I romancing? I'll see my options. If I can get Misty, I'll get Misty.
JJ Street. What is this name?
Just a night city name.
It's kind of cozy.
Here, you mock me too often.
You alright, Goro?
Yes. Why the sudden concern?
Have shared interests, you and I. Or have you forgotten?
Are we romancing?
Certainly not.
Good, because catching lead in Night City's easier than catching a cold. And I need you alive.
I am alive and well.
Well, look, all these things I'm missing.
You should worry about yourself.
Any idea what's going on at Arasaka?
Only what I can surmise from what I see on TV. Yorinobu and his puppets grin at the camera.
It's because I'm free attacking it, yeah.
Everything is under control. But
I'm not stressing over the game.
Bigger the lies.
You should tune into my horror games when I drink. That's Fives incarnate. No molding over Tekken, nothing like that. We got Tormentor Souls to play. I've never played just on Hill 3. Jig Streets. I mean, I could just fast travel here.
Rogue, my sweet. This has got to be a misunderstanding. I've no idea who jumped your team, but the Claws? No, never. My boys know their place. I'm sorry, got to go. I have guests.
Yes.
V, so nice to see you. And your charming friend is?
Talk about me, she is.
Happen
She
to be
is.
working together. That's all.
Takemura Goro desu. Okada-san,
Don't mind me just fencing her table.
Ah,
On our
a
heads.
true gentleman. Ah, shame only that he's being hunted
Boing.
by all Arasaka's tin soldiers. And you, V, bring him to my door. Give me one reason why I shouldn't notify the proper authorities right away.
Eddie's is why. Always about
Monopolygo waiting room.
You want to make
I have to do another half an hour of that at some point.
Doesn't get any simpler.
So tell me, and mark well I still have my phone at hand.
Need intel on the parade that's scheduled to come through Japantown.
So it's Arasaka. Again. What I fail to understand is, why come to me? Did Mr. Deshawn not come to the phone?
Arasaka, Tiger Claws. Kind of like the family dog screwing the cat, hmm? Can't possibly be fond of the people who killed your grandkid.
Gasp.
That was very long ago.
Time's the best healer. Wound like that, though.
A wound like that, no. Everything's on the shards.
How much does this cost? My pockets are empty.
Clearly. My gift to you, it's free.
Okada-san, what is free often proves most costly.
Gonna take them or not?
She's giving us Molly.
Japantown. Whole district is to be sealed off for the parade. Dashi platforms, the main attraction. They'll fly this way, high above street level. Along the parade route, balconies, footbridges, and vantage points affording good views. Hanako Arasaka, the guest of honor,
Framed out for
will
season three,
deliver her
guys.
speech from the largest float. She'll do this exactly here. Got no idea about security, but given recent events, expect it to be tight. Our last parade, Arasaka undercovers infiltrated the crowd.
Yo, sincerely, what's up?
Not to mention a smattering of sharpshooters, drones. And if that's not enough fun for one day, a net runner, one at least. They use the city CCTV
It wouldn't surprise
to observe
me, Coco,
everything.
at all.
Main access point, here. It's an old automated control center. If you ask me, most useful by far. At the end, the floats'll float out of Japantown, and we'll be left with trash up to our elbows that no one will collect.
First playthrough, yeah, first playthrough.
That's it. It's all I have.
It must be enough.
Then go. Be on your way.
Not at all curious what we're going to all this trouble for?
Blissful ignorance has served me well. In any case, I'll find out soon, won't I?
Thanks, Wakako.
We appreciate this, Okada-san.
You move by chats and pulls back to back. Yeah, I tried to play ranked earlier and I was like, nah, I just can't be arsed. So I just didn't. I just closed the game. And now we're here. We've maxed out. We've maxed out now. 100% damage for the next quick melee attack after you shoot an enemy with a shotgun. Ooh. Wait, so I can just loop it? 20% ammo refill after neutralizing an enemy with a light machine gun. Wait, that seems broken. On some... Just, what? Like a shotgun, mainly? But I don't have, like, a good shotgun, I think. Yeah, I don't know what to spend the rest of my points on now. It really is. I know I can reset the perks whenever I want. Did I watch the anime? I didn't. Should I? Actually, I heard it was good, right? Shotgun and LMGs have a lot of overlap. I see, I see. Cyberware capacity cost for a cyber... Wait, that seems good. So I can just have better cyberware. Wait, this seems broken. Wait, this is good. 25% crafting opponents from looting. Tech and body go really well together. Yeah, that's what I have at the moment. I'm gonna put these to 20, and then maybe the rest in intelligence. Maybe.
A delightful, mature woman. This information, it could be just what we need. But I will try to investigate further. I will stay here some time and call some associates. The moment I learn something new, I will let you
David,
know.
let's go to Chick Street.
Stay safe, Goro.
You as well. Until
No, I'm a
next time.
shoddy. I love shotguns.
So, where were we?
Wait, who is this person?
Hey, you looking for some company tonight? Well, you
Wait,
found it, baby.
non-stream. Non-stream.
We go somewhere? Well, duty calls.
Non-stream. Just cut the feed real quick. Nah, non-stream, non-stream, non-stream. What should I do now? Side job, let's do this.
Listen to that guy. How'd you rate his chops?
Pathetic. Kimberly,
Damn, I didn't mean to insult him.
I ain't a musician, but even I can tell that's sloppy stuff.
Ladies
Doesn't
and
promote
gentlemen,
SEX.
critic. Chill, Chumba. Ain't half bad. Guy's hurt, got something he can't take, and it shows. Could stand a little more stage presence. Fingering's all wrong, loses the tempo more than he keeps it, but not bad.
Really know how to give a guy a compliment. That how you got your start? Street busker with big dreams.
Dave, you're never getting Elden Ring.
No time for playing my way to the top. Was too busy shaking the world awake.
Being at the top can be worth it.
Dave, look, it's Keanu Reeves.
Shake the world, you know? World's gotta feel you first.
And you pay for it. You spend your lyrics.
Bloodborne stream went too easy.
Corpse, who's gonna sign you then? But give up your ideals, and no amount of eddies can buy them back.
All right, princess. At least you played some gigs. Saw those memories of yours.
True. Played where we could. Parks, old factories, underground clubs. Had an audience from the start. Some recorded our stuff, didn't even know who we were.
So, you're saying some old samurai bootlegs are still floating around town? I smell heads.
No idea you were such a materialist. Could almost cry. Almost.
Jokes aside, I think those tapes still exist after all these years.
You know, Rainbow Cadenza's not far from here. Club we played till the band fell apart. Great spot. Place for people with their heads on straight. Maybe they'll know something.
Whoa, it's Neo, bro. I guess we're going there. We've added to the crazy. I mean,
Johnny, pretty sure they turned your great spot into a slurp shop.
Hey.
Mindless fucking consumerism wins the day again.
Point for the other team. Huh.
Huh. This is why you don't bring back fallen warriors. Sooner or later, they're gonna see everything they fought for is turned to shit.
Hey. Rainbow Cadenza mean anything to you?
Oh no, another one. Aren't you too young for
oh my god, his name's Cooney.
To what now?
Every day, some sad grandpa in his old leather comes in here, asks where is his old rainbow club. And I'm like a broken record.
Oh, we got Kunio Mitsu.
The Corp brought them out 20 years ago. I should put up a sign.
Know anything about bootlegs from the Rainbow Cadenza days? Like, say, dunno, samurai stuff?
Samurai. Oh, that ugly red face on black? Yeah, even I know that one. Old guy comes by here sometimes wearing their shirt. Spends the whole time yakking with his psychofan friends.
Wouldn't happen to know where I could find him?
Psychopan
You
friends.
can find him living back in the 2020s. But besides that, he's out there at the market.
What's he selling?
Organic strawberries and cream. What do you think? He sells ancient dusty tapes of ancient dusty indie bands. No one's heard of a single one of them.
150 hours.
Thanks.
It's pretty fun, yeah.
Hey.
David, look, it's you.
Fuck this country.
Exactly like you.
Heard I can get some decent tunes here.
What you mean by decent? We got Cartesian Duelist, Uridine stuff, Tainted Overlord.
Any samurai?
Kid, you even gotta ask?
Kid.
Never fade away. Dancing with my axe, chipping in, you name it.
I should watch anime then.
Silverhand was the one true messiah of rock. I'd hand them records out like
Oh,
candy
Boopy, don't
if we
look.
could. But a guy's gotta eat.
See, I found Silverhand's biggest fan.
And proud of it. Today's bitty box rockers can't even touch him.
Yo, but
Silverhand
brothers.
had something they couldn't even dream of.
Silverhand?
10
He
episodes.
had that fire, kid. Fire! Guy shook the foundations of the corporal world. He died for his ideals.
Doesn't matter, he was also kind of a terrorist.
Blaze way down the rebel path.
Now looking for the real deal. Like, say, bootlegs from Samurai's first gigs?
Fuck. First, you have got no idea what you're asking for. Not if you're so chilled about it. Don't know how you found out about them bootlegs, but forget it. Not gonna give them to the first gonk off the street.
Why do you call me a gonk?
Ain't a poser. Know everything there is to know about Silverhand.
Go on. Impress me.
I haven't,
Know
no, I
what he told
haven't.
Carrie the last time they met. Called him a pussy. Told him to stop being one.
Yeah, sure. I could think up a million conversations they
Gonk
had.
tune.
There were no witnesses.
I used to come here back when it was still Rainbow Cadenza. Bootleg sure would make a nice souvenir of the good old days.
Cut the scop. You're too young to remember the first samurai gigs.
Weren't even a twinkle in your daddy's Kuroshis.
Kuroshis.
Hey, appearances can be deceiving. How do you know this pretty face ain't an implant?
All right, punk.
Don't.
How'd Samurai's third ever gig end?
Hey, Johnny, get your digital ass out here. Feed me my lines.
How about this? Fuck you, V ain't your stupid sidekick.
Well, can't wait all day.
Johnny, please, can you stop making my life harder? My life that's quickly running out?
How am I supposed to give a witty response to that pathetic question? It's like kicking a puppy. A blind puppy.
You always freeze up like this?
Played our third gig at Cadenza. Little fire broke out. Some drunk gonks tried to put it out with beer. Denny's fro got singed. Wore a wig for a few weeks. Never did get herself any tech hair.
This lower drop.
Whew. Let me think. There was a fire. Remember those gonks who tried putting it out with beer?
I almost forgot. Heard Johnny started it, actually. Tossed a cig that was still glowing.
Bullshit. That cig was Carrie's, no doubt. But hey, any trouble's Johnny's fault.
Still don't believe you were there. What the hell? Only a real fan could know something like
What
that.
is guys about weirds?
Hey, anyways, gotta educate the youth. Maybe you'll find something special under the table. Go on, have at it.
Wait, ooh, these glasses though? Final record? Should we dress up, Pete? Can I just wear clothes? I can just wear them, right? Insane drip. Oh, I need a wardrobe, don't I? Oh, it's an Atom Smasher. Is that the big bodyguard guy? Fucking hate Atom Smasher. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end on that note anyway. I'll stream more games tomorrow, I think. Well, maybe. But yeah, I'll leave you guys there for now. Thank you for watching. I have to do some editing. I have to do some boring things. Alright, bye. I might stream tomorrow, but if I do, it'll be a very small amount of Tekken. Very small amount. No monopolygo. Don't worry, that's the mainstream. Alright,